Yeah. All right, we are up and running live on Facebook, so let's see how that's working out. Making sure we are both visible and audible. Then I shall. Whoa. You know. Sometimes people add you as a friend on Facebook that you don't know, and then immediately they sit into your business, their business to like.
Always. That'll wait. Like, it's like, hey, we just became friends. Check out my business.
Yeah, even though I've never freaking met you before.
You never really. No one comments on anything.
Don't know you. Never met you. Like
but
me,
it's all
please.
good.
And like I'll have like a half dozen friends in common, and they'll all be in media.
Too antisocial for social media.
You're super low, dude. I can barely hear you. Okay, are we not live yet?
All right, Brian. You ready?
No, I don't know. I can't tell if we're live or not.
Oh. Let me
Are we live? I mean, like, we're ready to roll?
Well, we are, but you want me to check Facebook real quick?
If you don't mind.
Yeah, I'm checking.
Yeah, let's get rolling. Let's go. We're on air. Right. Let's go. 604 Talk 107.3 FM, WBRP. Mornings with Brian Haldane off and running. Brian here with you. JP back home in the friendly confines of the Talk 107.3 FM studio. I'm in Lake Charles. Why? The Louisiana Travel Association's annual summit. We're going to be celebrating tourism from every nook and cranny of the state throughout the show this morning. We're going to hear from the head of the LTA. We're going to hear from the lieutenant governor. We're going to hear from, get this, the president CEO of Atlanta, Georgia's CVB. We are going to hear from Visit Lake Charles, Visit the North Shore. We're going to hear from Discover Monroe, West Monroe, Alana Cooper. I'll tell you right now, that's going to be an awesome segment. She was on with me last year. Jamie Andropont from AFX is going to be on board. We've got a lot of ground to cover over the course of just 3 hours. Rocking and rolling, ready to go. And as a bonus, let me let you know right now, coming up at 11 o'clock, we're diving right back in. We're going 6 to 9 and 11 to 1. There's a lot of Louisiana love, and we're going to love all of it over the course of this morning and into this afternoon. Let's start off, as we do, with top stories and trending.
Number 5.
Number 5 starts us off with several individuals are facing charges related to stunt driving incidents that occurred back in, earlier this month. On August 17th, surveillance footage captured multiple drivers at a car meet where they were performing donuts in the middle of an intersection. Over the weekend of the 16th and 17th, BRPD responded to more than a dozen street racing incidents. A week later, 4 people were arrested in connection to those events.
Number 4.
Police officials arrested 2 people after a narcotics raid, saying they had a possible association with a Baton Rouge street gang. BRPD made this announcement yesterday. DeQuanta Moore and Jeremy Jones were associated with a street gang known as the Top Snatcher Clan. BRPD and Louisiana Probation and Parole executed a search warrant of 2 different locations where they seized 1.67 pounds of marijuana that was packaged to distribute, a Glock, and a bag of purple. A Glock 19X and a black and purple Glock 45 with an extended magazine on top of it.
Number 3.
Secretary of State Nancy Landry hosted a public demonstration at the old governor's mansion yesterday to test drive one of the new voting systems that's in the running for certification. Officials kicked the tires on the Hart InterCivic Verity Vanguard system at Tuesday's event. Each machine that's in the running will get its own demonstration date.
Number 2.
East Baton Rouge Mayor President Sid Edwards' plan of potentially merging the East Baton Rouge EMS and East Baton Rouge Fire Department took a step forward on Monday. This coming after the Municipal Fire and Police Civil Service Board voted to expand Baton Rouge Fire Chief Michael Kimball's job description. Edwards did note, though, that this is not a done deal yet. There was a town hall meeting with EMS workers, and so they're going to take their time to sift through some of the details.
Number 1.
Class action lawsuit this has class action lawsuit written all over it. A Fluker man is suing Smitty's Supply in the aftermath of the explosion that happened on Friday and the fire that burned throughout the weekend. He is seeking class action status within this lawsuit.
All right. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, JP. I was looking at the trending stories. Could you have better headlines than I do this morning?
I don't know, man.
2 or 3 of them at least.
Yeah. Hey, Chicago could be next as President Trump says he wants to send National Guard troops to more cities to battle crime.
Yeah. Man, if you are accused of being a fascist and your next move is to send the military into a handful of cities, that's not the best look to refute the accusation. Yeah. Maybe just go one at a time. Maybe like you create your A-team, your National Guard extension that fights crime. I know you can't do it because it's National Guards are state by state, but maybe one at a time. I don't know. It's not the best look. You get better results the way he's doing it. I will say that you'll get better results for sure. In a shorter period of time, but tough call.
Could be better. Yeah. Well, Brian, it's official. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are engaged.
Yeah.
How do we feel about this?
I don't know. I've been wondering if this was going to happen, because their whole love story was all over the place until it wasn't, and then once it wasn't, you start asking the question: are they still a thing? I mean, if the TV doesn't cut to Taylor Swift 15 times a game, 20 times a game, are they even still together? So good to see it cross over to the engagement side. That's obviously the next chapter. So
for sure.
Good for them. Now the real question is Travis Kelce's play going to drop off now that he has to plan a wedding? Like, I don't need him picking China patterns if he's on my fantasy roster. I don't need them walking up and down the aisles of Bed Bath & Beyond with a little scanner thingy. Boop.
That's right.
Boop, boop, adding to the registry. What I need from Kelce is 8 catches and 100 yards a game. Maybe a tutty once in a while.
I don't think you're going to get that from Mr. Swift.
No, Mr. Swift. Taylor Kelce sounds awful, by the way, doesn't it?
Taylor Kelce?
She's not going to. Is she going to take his name?
Travis Swift.
Travis Swift sounds terrible too. Travis Swift sounds like an orphan in a Dickens novel.
Ooh, yikes. I mean, yeah, I could see that. Hey, another new state rep, Dixon McMakin, will take over as public address announcer at LSU's Tiger Stadium following Dan Bornay's retirement.
Yep. Nobody had a chance. My boy Dixon was pulling this thing down no matter what. Man. Oh, man. Anyway, the thing is, though, and we talked about this, JP, there were so many really qualified voices for that. Sure. Just the guys who work at LSU alone, it's impossible to pick between them. You're talking coin flips at this point. I mean, legendary, like Bill Franquez is the legendary voice of Alec Box Stadium. He's Mr. LSU baseball. Like Mike Smith does the gymnastics. Jacques Pouchot, you see him all, at different like basketball, women's basketball and whatnot. Just in that narrowing, I don't even know if Jacques put his name in, but the narrowing down just with the LSU guys was going to be difficult. Not to mention those from outside the university who might have been putting their hat in the ring. And I don't know how many they got total, but that could not have been. And then there's no respect to Dixon, but could not have been an easy decision. By the way, tomorrow will be a travel day for me as I'm doing 2 shows today and emceeing an auction tonight. So Dixon McMakin and Emily Chenevere, state reps both, will be filling in for me tomorrow morning. So if you want to hear Dixon McMakin's first reaction on the air, that is, we'll get first crack at him tomorrow morning, 6 till 9, right here on Talk 107.3 FM. You'll hear from the new voice of Tiger Stadium as I don't know. Congrats to my boy. That's awesome. I'm super happy for him. We are at 6:12 at Talk 107.3 FM. WBRP ran just a little bit long right there. I know we're due for a break, but I also need to remind you about the folks over at NeuroJust. Important for me to stay on time while I'm on the road here. NeuroJust, if you are suffering from anxiety and depression, let me tell you about a little process called TMS. That stands for transcranial magnetic stimulation. It's FDA approved. It's non-invasive. It's not habit forming. There are no side effects because it's non-invasive. What this is they use magnetic pulses to stimulate areas of the brain involved in mood regulation. So when you're battling anxiety and depression and you're in that constant fight or flight mode, it's the exhaustion, the complete inescapability of it that leads anxiety over to depression. Those constant 6-foot waves in your mind, TMS calms the seas. If you want to learn more, check out neurojust.com, NEUROJUST, neurojust.com. If the prescription meds aren't making it, if the sit-down therapy isn't working for you, neurojust.com. Quick break. When we come back, we're not talking, I know we're counting down to LSU Clemson, but this morning we're going to focus on the Saints because they have a starting quarterback. That's next.
All right, you're clear.
Thank you. Well, not what I wanted. Let's see. Hopping in. Good morning to my beautiful bride, Christy. You and me need to do a getaway weekend here. This place is awesome. Like when I did Legislator over at L'Auberge, I didn't get to stay at L'Auberge. I had to haul over some ghetto-ass Hampton Inn. No, the Hampton was fine. But staying like here at the Golden Nugget, this room is baller. And it's not even like one of the good rooms. Like I saw Lieutenant Governor unloading his bags into the villas yesterday. I think he was at the villas. That might have just been the door he was going through. I want to get a look at some of those. But the room is just incredible. Ridiculous view looking out over the pool, the lazy river, some kind of amphitheater looking place, and then the golf course beyond that, and then the lake and the 210 bridge is behind it. It's a gorgeous view, and if you look far enough, you can see all the oil and gas business on the back end. So it's like, here's all this beauty, and here's what employs us. Matt says, congrats to Dixon. He needs to tell his story. Oh God, no. All I know of him is he is a state rep. Well, he is a proud Catholic High alum as well. He's the voice of the Catholic High Bears. You can hear that Friday nights on 104.5 ESPN. Was he an attorney as well?
Dang, he's an attorney too? I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Speaking of which, and I don't know, I'm not going to talk about this on the air, but our boy Franz Borchardt.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what show he was on yesterday?
What?
Nancy Grace.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
I know.
Okay.
We are slowly launching Franz into the world of punditry.
Oh,
That
man.
it's up to him, man. We can only give him the platform. He's got to deliver, and so far he has been. So.
Well, look, we're coming back, but yeah, more on that, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Are we back? JP?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. .618 Talk 107.3 FM WBRP. Diving right back in here. The Saints now have a starting quarterback. Kellen Moore has announced that second-year quarterback Spencer Rattler will be the team's starter for Week 1 against the Arizona Cardinals. Rattler won a tight competition over Tyler Shuck. Moore says Rattler was more consistent during training camp and in the preseason games. Cut 13, please.
He's just been consistent. He's made some really good decisions throughout this whole entire process, and his ability to make plays with his arm and his feet have certainly shown up. And so I'm really, really excited about Spencer. He's earned this opportunity. He's going to do a tremendous job for us.
It was what statistically between Rattler and Shuck. I mean, it was, and you can't gauge a whole lot because it's like whoever has the last drive available in preseason is probably going to surpass the other one in yards when they're that close. Moore says the Saints are going to benefit from Rattler in his second season in the league. He's improved his decision-making while still finding a way to do what the coaching staff asks us of him. Cut 14.
I think his decision-making, he's taken a really awesome step there. He's making really good decisions with the football. He's an aggressive player, and that's one of his superpowers, but he's done a really good job of balancing that out and making really good decisions with the football.
This was, it was what between the two of them came down to the final practices, and his performance against Denver held up too.
Checked it off with the last preseason game. I thought he had a really, really good week that entire week. We were out over at the Dome for that practice on a Wednesday night, and I thought he did an excellent job and carried that through right into Denver. And so, we feel like he put himself in a position to have a successful start. He's going to give us a heck of a chance to compete and go win some games.
Let's hope so. Coming up on 6:20, here's the Fox Business Report.
All right, you clear.
Okay.
Are you doing traffic from up there or no?
Yep.
Okay.
Ain't nobody else can do it.
I mean, where do you usually get your traffic from?
My phone and a couple of websites. Morning.
You have a specific app?
I turned at about 9. I went over to the what? See, this is why I take a travel day tomorrow, so I can drink with you all night. Who is it you bring it on with you? Adrian, bro. Adrian,
U.S. and World Semester. He's on our executive board.
Sister. Or IAM? Morning.
Morning. How are you, Miss Carolyn? ADRIENNE.
Okay, and BREAUX?
Yep. Kunas from Franklin.
St. Mary Parish.
St. Mary Parish, that's where she's from. And Robert Allen have his friends.
Okay. I'll have to do.
What a great, he's a quiet feller, but he took me, I got him to open up, he took me on his farm tour of his,
No, I'm all right.
Took me on a farm tour of his sugarcane farm a while back,
Yeah.
and it's just me and him in his truck, and he's a great dude. Megan?
No, that was not Megan. I didn't recognize who it was.
Oh, I don't know. All right. Go run through my speech here real quick.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going into traffic.
Just say go.
Okay. We go.
Well, that was fast. 6:22 at Talk 107.3 FM WBRP. Time for us to get a look at traffic, and there is no look at traffic, y'all. Things are about as smooth as can be expected for this time of morning. I-12 westbound coming in from Denham Springs. You're going to find some light volume as you get on the interstate range. That volume will be intermittent until you get to about, Sherwood right there. It'll pick back up again. Well, you know what? Let's just say light. We got volume all the way up until the 10-12 merge because it's on again, off again. And I'm sure by the time I'm reporting this, it'll be increased by a little bit. But that's the only glitch in the radar here is that 12 westbound has the volume. 10 westbound's looking great. 10 eastbound's looking great coming in from West Baton Rouge. I-110 is gorgeous as always, and both bridges are wide open. Surface streets, there are no accidents to report, so we're about as good as we can be from the Talk 107.3 Traffic Center.
All right. Just hit the rejoin.
Okay.
Ready? Let's roll.
Yep. We're at 624 Talk 107.3 FM WBRP. Mornings with Brian Haldane, rolling right along as we are out live at we're in Lake Charles this morning. We are at the Louisiana Travel Association's annual summit. Chris Landry, president CEO of LTA, is going to join me in just a little bit. In fact, he's bringing along Adrian Bro from the Royal Sonesta. That's coming up at 6:35. We're going to have, like we said, just a whole lineup of folks from all around the state from 6 till 9 and then again from 11 till 1 as we're celebrating tourism in the state of Louisiana from every possible corner. I gave you the rundown for 6 to 9 just to kind of look ahead a little bit. Lafayette Travel is going to join. Ben Berthelot, Axe brother, right there. Ben Berthelot's going to join us at 11 o'clock. We got the folks from. He's from Lafayette. Tange Poe is going to join us at 11:15. Jefferson Parish at 11:35, and then in the 12 o'clock hour, explore Homa. That's your people right there, JP. Visit Shreveport Bossier, and then we're going to wrap up our guest list with Flirty Girl. Going to be on with us, Lauren Haydell at 12:35. So just chock full of content throughout the morning and throughout the day. Before we dive into our next topic, and yeah, we do still need to touch on news every here and there. Need to remind you about the folks over at Landmark Bank. LandmarkBankLA.com is the website. LandmarkBankLA.com. You know, sometimes in life you're making crucial decisions. Are you looking at all the pieces on the chessboard? And oftentimes in life, when you're making these decisions, you don't even know what pieces on the chessboard you're looking at. Look, experience is the best teacher, right? If you have a banker and not just a bank, you're going to have help along the way. You are going to have that experience along the way with you. Whether you're like, let's say you're borrowing for your first home or you're borrowing for your forever home. What's that jump up look like? What do the payments look like? What are we doing, as we explore the next chapter of whatever it is we're doing in life? When you have a banker, someone you could trust, like you'll get at Landmark Bank, you're going to get all the experience they have in your corner. Check them out online at landmarkbankla.com. And the same is true on the business end, not just your personal banking, but your business banking as well. landmarkbankla.com. The explosion in Roseland is still going to be the lead story right now. And I guess in a way that's a good thing because no one was hurt. Take you to Smitty's Supply, where a fluker man, according to our news partners at WBRC, lives 2.5 miles from the industrial complex that exploded and caught fire last week. He says operators didn't take enough precautions to prevent the disaster. Sterling R. Jackson of Fluker says in a Tangipahoa Parish District Court lawsuit that he has been unable to clean soot and debris from his property since last Friday's explosion at Smitty's Supply. Lawyer Jeffrey Bernard of New Orleans said the lawsuit was filed yesterday. Quote, upon information and belief, the defendant failed to properly maintain its facility and store the hazardous chemicals and petroleum products on its property, leading directly to the explosion and fire. Now, Jackson's home is not within a mandatory evacuation zone established while thick black smoke rose from the site. But Bernard says that the lawsuit be given class action status so that others may join it. That didn't take long at all, did it? Class action status, and we're less than a week removed from the explosion. And that's for the people that live in the surrounding area. What about those who are now unemployed? What we've also learned in the wake of the explosion is that, give me one quick second to get back to the story here. My apologies. When I'm on remote, I'm kind of hamstrung for screen time. Getting back to Smitty's itself, a text message is how the majority of employees at Smitty's found out they no longer had jobs. Quote, just an FYI, as of Friday the 22nd, everyone has been laid off. The message sent Monday evening read. Former employee who shared it with our news partners at WBRZ said it came from her supervisor. That employee has 4 kids. And that's just one employee as an example of all the employees that worked at Smitty's. Now, on the one hand, what's Smitty supposed to do? I mean, they're done. They're done. With the explosion and the fire and everything, I completely understand needing to lay everybody off. However, it's not looking like there's any severance of any sort. No severance package offered is what the headline of the story says. So while those who have to clean soot off their homes or soot on their driveways or their lawn ain't looking the best, they want to sue Smitty's. That's one thing. My heart goes out to those who have found out, you know what? We're stuck. There's nobody, there's no more employment, and you're in Roseland, for crying out loud. You're in Roseland. It's not like there were a whole bunch of businesses they could turn to right next door just to say, we'll go get another job. Where? I mean, you're going to have to broaden your job search very, very quickly because there ain't a whole lot of business up and down in Roseland. That man, I know from Smitty's perspective, from the Smitty's supply perspective, the future is bleak, to be sure. But you got to find a way to cut some folks a check, man. You got to find a way to float them till they find something new. We're at 6:30 at Talk 107.3 FM. We got news, we got traffic, we got weather coming your way. After that, we got Chris Landry and Adrian Bro going to join us. Hey, before we hit that news, though, Talk 107.3 and Citizens Bank and Trust want to make things a little easier on your budget by making your groceries for an entire year. Oh, by the way, and if you don't win the grand prize, we got second prizes of $250 gift cards as well. Check it out at talk1073.com. Register right now at talk1073.com. Here's news.
All right, you clear.
Cool. All right, give me a second to get situated there, Facebook. Do what? Come on over.
So I got a new truck, and I used to be able to pick up your voice.
Yeah.
Robert exit, and now I can't get HD radio, so I can't listen to you until I get to like Walker, Livingston. But
Auxiliary cable?
I don't know.
Get the app, dude.
That's probably what I need to do.
Good.
Like I can't. But that's bullshit because you go. Like if I go to Lafayette, I can hear you on the regular radio, which is an hour away. So why can't we get the WWO blocking?
No. It's just where the signal goes. It's just like it's a big circle. Let's just pivot it over. So
Got somebody's ass.
I would rather be on the North Shore than be in the middle of the Chapel Swamp. I mean,
Right.
there's my target demo ain't Gator.
I wish I would have gone to bed at 9 o'clock like you.
Same.
And I wasn't planning on falling asleep that quickly, but good Lord, that was.
I've never stayed at this hotel and not had to be up before like 5:30 in the morning. Never. And my room was so dark.
Mm-hmm.
Last couple times I've stayed here, we've gone fishing and hunting.
Yeah.
Like the next morning, so we had to leave at 4:30 or 5. I don't know that I've ever seen sunrise here.
Well, we're not going to get it here either because I think we're facing west.
Yep.
So it's going to come up
So
behind
we're
us.
facing north right now.
Oh, are we?
My hometown, Brian.
Hmm?
It's my hometown. These are my high school colors. I purposely wore this today.
Awesome. I just
The kids
assumed you
going
were
to St. Paul's next
I
year.
just assumed you were like, if you're North Shore, you're all
Married. My wife wouldn't do Lake Charles. That's why I live in North Shore. She said absolutely not.
Kids going to St. Paul's? there now?
Oh, seventh grade now.
Oh.
I'm in junior high now. That's it. What's next year?
I'm a Patriot too old. I was playing in the junior high.
Come on.
Yep.
The damn football coach that I was probably there when you were there.
Who was it?
Bobby. What's his last name? I'm trying to think of his last name. Bobby Nelson.
Who was the football coach when I was there? I tried out for football there. I didn't do well.
I didn't realize Justin was telling me last night that Alan Fanica is now a volunteer assistant at Mandeville High's football team.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
So he lives in North Park.
Okay. Let's go.
I want to be a guest host one day. At Mardi Gras.
Sure. Oh, wait, at Washington Mardi Gras? Or okay.
Just maybe with like one person.
Let's
Maybe like Ben or somebody.
okay.
Been moderating,
See how we
panels,
work that
and
out.
need some practice.
Okay.
Guest host.
You'd have a whole show put back home in Baton Rouge.
I want to be your Robin. Batman will be Robin.
Okay.
So what? It's on commercial or something right now?
This is our bottom of the hour news break. We have until about 30 seconds.
I'm so sorry. We're supposed to have this movie behind you. Did you need something behind you? Because we can throw that.
No, so and normally well, if y'all would want to put your step and repeat behind me, that'd be
We
great.
can. I mean, that
Yeah.
takes nothing. Do you want to do that, Chris?
Sure.
Let's
Well, we can-
wait
let's-
till
let's
the
get-
top of the hour.
Yeah.
Right at 7
You let me
o'clock.
know
We'll
when.
have a couple of minutes to get it in there. Yeah, normally what I do is turn around so the action can be behind me.
Yeah.
It makes, we're out on location.
Well, do you want it to turn around, or I guess we're a little late.
All the wires are where the wires are.
all good.
So-
All good. We
I'm
get
impressed that
that.
you called it step and repeat.
Is that not common
It is.
knowledge?
Yeah, I don't know. That's for a man. Like I appreciate that.
Okay.
I don't know what I would have called. I mean, I guess they're right. That is what it's what it is. But
You wouldn't have found
I
the
would have
words.
called it like poster or something. I don't know.
Backdrop.
Backdrop. Yeah.
Why do I know that? I'm just
You're a hotel guy,
I
Brian.
mean, it's
Tell people you know.
common knowledge.
If you
okay, but no. To be fair, I haven't been in hotels since social media's been a thing.
okay.
So
Well, but you have hotel and radio.
Which
Your
hotel
brain's
did you work
full
at?
of pointless knowledge.
that's a good point. Do what?
Which hotel?
Well, it doesn't
Where you
exist anymore.
work
The one that I was at has been torn down. It was the Comfort Inn on Acadian Thruway in Baton Rouge.
Okay.
Brian's DOS. We've talked about him having to set up the meeting room and
That was
Worked at desk
I
and-
wasn't the DOS. I was the sales department. Sales and catering and set up and tear down and 100-person weddings and just you name it. It was the wedding. The 100-person wedding on Saturday night with the church service on Sunday morning. How we looking, JP?
Oh, we're good. We're about to be going into going into weather.
I have another idea. I can switch from the Friday the 13th movies. But Friday the 13th is bad luck. Normally you have very attractive women gracing the poles, right? Black cats are bad luck. What if they're all dressed as black cats?
I'm a man. I drink Coors Light.
Hey, JP.
Hey.
We're going to skip your money now because I don't want to eat up the next segment's time, and I'm probably going to run 2 minutes long on this one.
Okay. Yeah, that's no problem.
All right, cool.
Okay. I just hit the bumper to come back in. So if you're ready, we can roll.
Yeah, let's roll.
All right. Let's go.
637 at Talk 107.3 FM, WBRP. Mornings with Brian Haldane, rolling right along, broadcasting live from the Louisiana Travel Association's annual summit. So let's bring in the head of the Louisiana Travel Association. We got President and CEO Chris Landry. How are you, brother?
Good, man. Thank you so much for having us this morning.
You're the one having
And
me, man.
it's
Thank
early.
you. Thank you. Is it
problem.
early?
It is early.
It's early for hotel people.
Sometimes.
Hotel people are creatures of the night, man. That's
right.
No,
Very true.
I've
Very
been
true.
in that boat. I know that all too well.
I could have used 30 more minutes. this
That's
morning.
understood. We've also got Adrian Bro with us and from the Royal Sonesta and also on LTA's board. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. Happy to be here.
Glad-
It's early for me too. I could have used about another hour.
It's all good. It's all good. See, you acclimate though. It gets,
That's right. That's right.
and the best part about a hotel is like if you get tired, there's beds. So
Can't do that
if-
today.
Yeah,
no, no,
Maybe for you.
I was gonna say
against the
if you
rules.
run out of steam, you know where you can go for a little power nap.
Yeah, I wish.
All right, let's talk for just a little bit about the summit itself, and then broaden things out to LTA's vision moving forward. Tell us about what folks can expect over the course of today and tomorrow.
So this is kind of like the Super Bowl for tourism this week. I mean, we'll have over 400 tourism professionals, industry professionals here in Lake Charles for 2 days of networking and educational opportunities. It's the biggest event that we do. It's the biggest event of its kind in the state. We rotate this around between Shreveport, Lake Charles, New Orleans, and Baton Rouge. And the Golden Nugget is a great place to host a meeting. It's super easy. The staff here is great. The team at Visit Lake Charles is fantastic. So, their partnership along with the Lieutenant Governor's office really helps make this an awesome event.
Adrian, how do you work the two angles here? Because you're here, as a member of LTA, but also for the Royal Sonesta as well. What are you looking for? What are you looking to take home with you?
For me, it's a lot about making those connections with the people in the room, and whether that is on a professional development side of it, or there's a lead, or their daughter's getting married, they want to host their company Christmas party. They have friends coming in next weekend and need a hotel room. So there's a lot of different angles where I can take bits and pieces back to work with me.
But you mentioned wedding right there. I'll be remiss if we didn't start the campaign right now for the destination wedding for Taylor and Travis. She's played in New Orleans. He's played in New Orleans. Like this, I feel like they're.
I don't know if New Orleans is going to be their stop.
No,
their
I
choice,
feel
but
like
it
we
would
could
be
speak
really
it-
cool.
We could speak it into existence.
This is where I want to go with this. I mean, we built to host, right?
That's right.
You're right.
So throughout the morning, there's going to be a lot of different, keynote speakers and whatnot. Chris, let's go back to you with the same question of which one are you most looking forward to? Like, there's got to be one that is going to be the grabber of everyone's attention.
We have two panels that are really good. We'll have Rachel Shields from Economic Development, and good buddy Adam Knapp will be here for
Okay.
Lake Charles guys. So they're going to do one on economic development and how really economic development and tourism can work together. And then we'll have a really good. Well, we have AI. The guy from Baton Rouge. I'm trying to.
Oh, Henry Hayes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm anxious to hear his session. We've got another panel on just working with local and elected officials. That's a really good one. I mean, we got it's kind of like pick your poison. We have a ton of good speakers that cover a broad range of topics. That and that's why I think at this event you continue to see our numbers go up because we bring in some really good speakers.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't want to spoil Henry's presentation because he's coming on next week with me. I
Found him on your show.
Right. That's and then what they're launching with Disrupt Ready and everything is it's cool to see that we're going to be ahead of the game.
Right.
We will have the ability to be ahead of the game in the AI world. So, which is kind of awesome. Want to bring it back around to just where the state of travel is right now. Tourism wise, how does Louisiana stacking up?
Yes, we had $18.9 billion in visitor spend last year. And I think that, and Adrian, could talk a little bit more to this maybe, but I think you're seeing, August in Louisiana is traditionally a slower month on the hotel side. I think that, especially on the eastern side of our state, New Orleans and Baton Rouge, there's kind of a lull, from August 1st to Labor Day. And then football season kicks in and all the markets pick back up. We've seen Lafayette and Lake Charles kind of stay strong through August with a lot of the youth sport stuff that they have going on that really kind of helps drive their weekends. But traditionally in Louisiana, after Labor Day through the end of November is normally a really strong time for us with fairs and festivals and corporate travel and sports. Between LSU and the Saints and some of our other college teams, they really help drive those markets.
Yeah, the youth sports market is just it's so fascinating because so much money gets dumped into it, and now
it never stops.
right.
Like it literally,
There's
like
always
my
something
kid
in
plays
season.
baseball, and it's like, oh my god, like you would think you'd be done in June, but you know what? You take maybe a month break, and then you start right back up. It goes all year, and then now all these other sports are starting to incorporate travel into their into their schedule, and it never ends.
So my middle child Abby, we're AAU basketball now. So we right across the lake there, right there. We spent the weekend in Sulphur over the summer. I mean, it's the baseball's out of hand, by the way, because I mean, like we got a tournament in Costa Rica. Like, no, East End, but like we were just like traveling around the state.
Yeah.
So it sustains the tourism business overall.
It's big business. I mean, especially in slower times. I mean, y'all are former hotel people. If you get a good, especially at a smaller property, if you have 20 rooms of kids and parents, that can help make or break a weekend sometimes.
Oh, absolutely 2-3 teams staying at the same
That's
hotel,
right.
and you're golden. Meanwhile, Adrian, bit of a different story in New Orleans is y'all needed a break in August. I mean, it's been a run.
It has been a run. The first half of the year we were slammed, and riding on the Super Bowl
back to Taylor.
high. Yeah,
I mean,
went straight from Taylor into Super Bowl, and then right after that Mardi Gras. And then what we call festival season with French Quarter Fest and Jazz Fest. And so it's been a nice little break, but we're ready to pick back up.
Was the Essence Fest dip as bad as it was reported? Like, because I know social media can be so deceptive. Like, someone can get inside an arena before anybody else is there and like, look, nobody's at Essence Fest. And then 10 minutes later, the room is full. But the social media aspect is out there. Was there an Essence Fest dip this year?
There was.
Yeah.
Specifically on the hotel side. I didn't attend the actual events to see full attendance, but on the hotel side and the pickup for the city, it was down significantly year over year.
Come fall, I mean, obviously the Saints are a big deal, but travel-wise, what do y'all look forward to in the fall?
Home Saints games for sure. So that way we can drive that food and beverage revenue also and get that walk-in traffic in our outlets. But there's a lot in the fall as far as corporate meetings. Convention center is full, so that helps drive business and people doing what they call bleisure now. So those work trips and then staying a couple extra days to enjoy the city. Hotels are also full with their just organic corporate and association business. So a lot of banquet business, and then you kind of roll into the holidays with corporate holiday parties.
And once August is over, the perception of the heat. I mean, it's going to be hot. But
it's so
once
hot.
you get clear, and I know, but once you clear that, I would assume just the everyday tourist travel picks back up again.
Yes, it does.
What about internationally? Does that have a season for y'all?
A lot of international travel is actually during the summer months whenever we need it, because they're on what they call their holiday. So it is year round, but primarily during the summer months.
Got about a minute and a half. Well, no, we got about a minute left. Chris, I want to ask you one more about, you mentioned something about, partnerships and relationships with elected officials and whatnot. What does our travel industry need from our state?
Well, I think if you ask most of the people here, occupancy tax dollars being protected. And I think that a lot of times people try to come for occupancy tax dollars. It's an easy grab, and people look at it as, oh, well, we're not paying that. The visitors are paying it. But what they need to realize is that money in those occupancy taxes are going to help fuel our convention and visitors bureaus, who are then, putting that money out there to help attract meetings and events and promote our areas. So every now and again, we'll get people that will come and, try to make a grab on an occupancy tax. And we just want to make sure that if they do come grabbing, it just needs to be for tourism related, purposes.
No, absolutely. I mean, it's and I've long since said this about Baton Rouge, about Visit Baton Rouge, and Jill's doing an awesome job now, but the legend Paul Arrigo is like, if he don't hunt, he don't eat.
Yeah.
And that is the purest way to do business as a semi-governmental entity. It's like, if you don't hunt, you don't eat. So whatever they bring home, they bring home. It doesn't belong to anybody else.
And look, our CVBs do a great job. And this is the last thing I'd ever want to see would be one of their funds, get cut to be used to, mow the grass in the city or something that's not really attracting visitors.
Right. And I mean, not to mention marketing the city elsewhere, right? I
Right.
mean, that's got to play into it as well. All right. We gotta bounce. Y'all got to coffee up because it's a long day, and I got y'all up early.
Today's a
I appreciate
marathon.
it.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here.
No, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. Chris Landry, Adrian Bro, thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
We're coming up on 648 at Talk 107.3 FM WBRP. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, let's talk with let's talk with the folks from AFX. That's coming up next right here on Talk 107.3 FM.
You up, Miss Jamie? So I think I told you. Okay, so she does the fireworks and stuff.
Yeah.
For LSU. And so Brian, when you listen to the LSU games on the radio, Brian is the straw that stirs the drink.
Yes.
He's the one who's in the announcer's ear.
Excellent. We don't directly do the pyro. We hire the company to do it now.
Oh, okay.
I know. So David sold the pyro business back during COVID to a company out of Iowa. So they office with us. They just report to Iowa. They have $10 million of liability insurance, which is fabulous. But during COVID, insurance became an issue.
But do y'all still do the Saints? Or they do the same
Saints
company
and
does the Saints?
Pelicans technically don't have any pyro at all. But yeah, we do everything. I mean,
Yeah.
we do LSU. We're there. We're on the field. We do the lights. We do the cryo. We just tell the pyro guys what to shoot.
Okay, so what do I need to say?
I like
what
to
what
be
do
on
I
the
tell
rooftop,
people?
too.
Okay, so what do I tell people? They do the cryo, not the pyro.
Oh yeah, just special effects, right?
Yeah,
So
there you
we're adding the cherry on top to anything that people have going on. I love to say, that we're right there when a team is running out for an NFL football game, or basketball players for an NBA game. Like, that's amazing. And then we're also shooting an air cannon for a gender reveal. Like, we do little bitty things and really big things. So, yeah.
All right.
Very bizarre, right?
Yeah.
And people love to spend money on that. It doesn't matter how the economy is doing. It's really funny. As much as it fluctuates, people are still bougie. Like, they love the most bizarre things. Will you do this? Absolutely. I'll do anything.
Blow shit up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Flash and trash is what we usually do for big boys. Oh, they like that a lot. Yeah, we do the celebrations, and we did the celebration for LSU baseball. The race ceremony.
It's Andropon.
That's what Mary names us as well.
What's the proper?
Pronounce it.
Andropon. See, I'm originally North Shore, so
Me too.
right.
Me too.
It's Trahan, not Trahan to me. Andropon.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
Holla when we're ready, JP.
All right. Hey, who's the next guest?
Jamie, Jamie, Andropont, Andrepont,
Okay. Just want to
from a company called AFX. It's 3 letters.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, we're about to be coming back.
And so we are always on Facebook Live. So,
Oh, excellent.
yep.
Hi.
Yeah, I can move this back over a little bit now.
All right. I just bumped this back in. So, you ready?
Yeah, just say go.
All right, let's go.
651 at Talk 107.3 FM, WBRP, mornings with Brian Haldane, rolling right along. We're going to get you caught up with your money now coming up in our 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock hours. I wanted to make sure we had enough room for all of our guests this morning as we're broadcasting live from the Golden Nugget in Lake Charles for the Louisiana Travel Association's annual summit. I asked for the guest list to get creative this year, and I got to tell you, LTA has delivered. Jamie Andropont is here's the actual title that's written down on my page, the Director of Amazement
That is
and
correct.
CEO of AFX. Welcome, Jamie. How are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing very well as well. Director of Amazement.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's going to be very self-explanatory as soon as you tell us what AFX does.
Yes, so we do special effects. We do anything from a gender reveal, air cannon with streamers or confetti or a plume of smoke to major live events, NFL games, NBA games,
NCAA. We're big into the sports. And then we also do graduations, a bunch of graduations in our region for colleges and universities.
Wow, very cool stuff.
Yeah.
So just as some specific examples, LSU, the Saints, that's y'all.
Saints, Pels. We're at every Sugar Bowl game. That's one of
Okay.
our favorites. That's really fun as well. Yeah.
Okay. How does one find their way into this world?
By accident.
Okay.
I actually worked a leadership program, St. Tammany Leadership, and met someone that's been in this industry for over 40 years.
Okay.
I'm actually a nonprofit gal, over 20 years in the nonprofit industry. Met this great man who had a really cool program and amazing businesses, and I love sports. He got me on a football field one day, and that was it. He hooked me.
Wait, hang on, because this might be the ultimate recruiting tool to hire.
It is so
is
good.
to say, like, once you blow stuff up on the field, you get to stay.
That is correct.
All
That
right.
is correct. He's like, look how cool this is. I mean, there's nothing like being on some of those fields, lifetime fans. And so, yeah, he hooked me, and he decided he was ready to retire. And he said, you should take this, give it a try.
Jamie Entrepon's the director of amazement over at AFX. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the Venn diagram here, because this is the Louisiana Travel Association Summit, which
right.
are all here.
So we actually pick up a lot of business from tourism. We're working in convention centers and hotels. And so it's really awesome. This is my first time attending, but Chris Landry invited us to attend to see, how we can connect with the whole region. We love Louisiana. We love working here. And so this is a really cool summit to get to know those people that are bringing tourists into our area. They're throwing parties. They're having a good time. We're Louisiana. So we're hoping to fit into that.
Walk me through a couple of examples of how y'all would work. Like, let's say in a hotel. I mean, how does I understand on the field and on the court and all the other good stuff, and I understand. You were mentioning gender reveal parties before we got started, but walk me through in the hotel. Just give me an example of a job y'all have done.
Okay, so we do some really cool jobs at hotels. We love the low-lying fog. So depending on what the theme is, it is the most awesome entrance as somebody's walking into a room and you've got that fog just hugging the ground. We also do lasers. We're really good at lasers. I'll have to show you some pictures, but you've got the beams going across above the heads of all of the guests that are there. And it's this really cool atmospheric effect as they're walking in. We've done blacklight parties. We've got some fun lights that we can add to our effects. But if you've never seen a cryo gun, it's a CO2 tank. You hook it up to a machine, pull the trigger, and you're going to shoot that big plume of fog like you see a football player coming out. Oddly enough, we get that request at weddings, and that is amazing.
Really?
Brides really like a cryo gun.
Okay. I had no idea that was even a thing.
Yeah.
All right. And you know what? Everybody's looking for uses for CO2 these days. So
yes, we have plenty.
We have just a couple minutes left here with Jamie Entrepont from AFX. So growing the story of AFX, growing this outwardly, how far can y'all go? I mean, is it you like stay in the state of Louisiana, or you go anywhere?
No, we go anywhere. We've been to Pennsylvania and Dallas. Recently, Colorado. We'll travel wherever there's work. Houston, Texas. I lived there for a period of time, and so I like to go to that area, the Post Oak area, Galveston. We'll go anywhere.
It's a little surprising that there wouldn't be like the competition everywhere, though, right? I mean, we actually play really great in the sandbox. So some of our biggest clients are production companies. So we love to work with the AV guys, with the lighting guys, video boards, things like that. When they need some extra pop for their event, we're there. We're there to take care of that. How much of this is like just really tight-knit science, and how much of this is just redneck stuff?
Excellent question. I think it's a good mix of both. We have two types of technicians. A technician like me, I call myself a cart pusher. I can push a cart where it belongs. And then we have the technical guys that actually have some certifications. And, you have to be certified or licensed to work some of our equipment. And so we do have those guys. They're pretty savvy.
Okay. Because, I mean, you are the director of amazement. I'm just wondering if someone is the director of, hey, y'all, watch this.
We have some of those. We call them different names. Yeah, we have a chaos coordinator. We have a creator.
That's a way better name.
Yep. Creator of memorable moments.
That's another word for hold my beer.
That's right. Okay. And a director of inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
The just to kind of give me a kind of a ballpark here. How many gigs can y'all pull off at a time? Like how widespread can you be?
I feel like during Super Bowl time, that was a really cool challenge for us, and 15 plus, in a couple of days, we were able to pull it off. Most of our technicians actually have day jobs. They're amazing people and careers. They do this for fun. And so if you ask somebody if they want to work a night, for a Super Bowl party, they say yes.
That's all. So I have a side hustle as a DJ. So
yes, exactly.
I'm
that.
imagining very similar when you mentioned the usage at the weddings and the parties and whatnot. That's it. There's a lot of crossover right there.
Concerts. Oh
Okay.
yeah. We've got a list of techs that would love to do certain concerts.
We live in a social media world. I have to imagine y'all's social media is just bonkers.
It is. I'll tell you a secret. I'm terrible with social media. So
but everything you do is visual.
I use a marketing company,
Okay.
a social media marketing company, Daynute Marketing out of New Orleans. They're phenomenal. And that team can really, I think, show a great picture of who we are and what we do.
Yeah.
And so afxpro.com. You can find AFX Pro on Facebook, on Instagram, LinkedIn, and we have a website, AF as in Frank, xpro.com.
AFXpro.com.
That's it.
Is where you're going to find them. Jamie, thank you so much for a couple minutes.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, this is awesome.
Absolutely. Sit tight for just a second. We got 1 minute till news. In that minute, I got to remind you about the folks over at Vex European, VEX, VexEuropean.com. If you drive a European vehicle, let's say you drive a Mercedes, they've got a Mercedes tech for you. If you drive a BMW, they've got a BMW tech. If you drive a Jaguar, the dealership closed in Baton Rouge a little over a month ago. Gosh, close to 2 months ago now. So you might be due for an oil change. They can handle something as simple as that and get you started on the path of working with them so they can get to know your car. And the better they get to know your car, the better they can service your car. Check them out online at VexEuropean.com. VEX, VexEuropean.com. Vinny and his team, they take care of my car. I drive an 18-year-old Mercedes-Benz. My Mercedes is old enough to vote, and it hums like it's brand spanking new because of Vinny and his team. Learn more at VexEuropean.com. If you want to go see them, they're on Benefit Drive, kind of the backside of Industrialplex. You can go visit them over there, but I always start with the website because, number one, find out if your vehicle is one of the ones they service, and number two, hit that little specials tab. See if you can't save $100 on your first visit at VexEuropean.com. We are at Heads Up, 7 o'clock at Talk 107.3 FM. Hour 2 is next.
All right, you're clear. Hey, Brian.
Whoops, sorry. I was talking and my mic was turned down. I just realized.
Oh, you good? Yeah, we're in for the 7 o'clock hour. You ready?
Yep.
Let's go.
7:05 at Talk 107.3 FM, WBRP. Mornings with Brian Haldane, rolling right along. Hour 2 coming your way right now. Coming up in our next segment, we're going to check in with Discover Monroe, West Monroe. Alana Cooper is going to join us. She was on the show with us when we were on last year. Also this hour, Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser are going to stop by at about 7:35. So we've got a lot of ground to cover. Let's waste no time in getting to it. Top stories and trending. Let's go.
Number 5.
Several individuals are facing charges related to stunt driving incidents that occurred this month. On August 17th, surveillance footage captured multiple drivers at a car meet where they were performing donuts in the middle of an intersection. Over the weekend of the 16th and 17th, BRPD responded to more than a dozen street racing incidents. So far, they have arrested 4 people connecting to those events.
Number 4.
Police officials arrested 2 people after a narcotics raid, saying they had possible association with the Baton Rouge street gang. DeQuanta Moore and Jeremy Jones were allegedly associated with the street gang known as the Top Snatcher Clan. BRPD and Louisiana Probation and Patrol executed a search warrant of 2 different locations. They pulled out 1.67 pounds of marijuana that was packaged to distribute. A couple of guns were pulled out as well.
Number 3.
Secretary of State Nancy Landry hosted a public demonstration at the old governor's mansion to test drive one of the new voting systems that's in the running for certification. Officials got to kick the tires on the Hart Intercivic Verity Vanguard system at Tuesday's event. Each machine that they're looking at, and I believe there's a half dozen of them, each machine that they're looking at is going to get its own demonstration date.
Number 2.
ABR Mayor President Sid Edwards' plan of potentially merging the East Baton Rouge EMS and Baton Rouge Fire Departments took a step forward on Monday. This coming after the Municipal Fire and Police Civil Service Board voted to expand Baton Rouge Fire Chief Mike Kimball's job description. Edwards did note, however, that this is not a done deal yet. There's still more discussion to be had.
Number 1.
Everybody at Smitty's is out of work, y'all. Text message went out to all the employees of Smitty's Supply following Friday's explosion and the fire over the weekend. The text message to one employee or a number of employees read, "Just an FYI, as of Friday the 22nd, everyone's been laid off." The former employee who got that said it came from her supervisor. The folks at Smitty's have no plans as of right now for any kind of compensation or severance package to be offered, but almost all the employees are being laid off.
All right. Good morning, Brian.
Morning, JP.
Well, Chicago could be next as President Trump says he wants to send National Guard troops to more cities to battle crime.
I mean, why not? Why not Chicago, right? You clean up D.C. with the National Guard, send them on to Chicago. After Chicago, then maybe hit, New York. Then what? Indianapolis after that. Let's just go on tour. We can go on tour like we're Depeche Mode circa 1987.
Whoa.
Just zigzagging across the country. Playing the hits, baby. Man. Playing the hits, cleaning up the streets.
Oof.
That's what we do. We just flex the
New Orleans next.
Out. Well, but didn't we already have Troop NOLA? Didn't we already have the National Guard down here? I mean,
that's right.
That's you don't get second trips to the buffet, man. As I say, I'll take him to Baton Rouge, though.
Yeah. Well, it's official, Brian.
We'll post them all up on Segan Lane and I-10. How about that? How about that?
Right.
And we'll put Jennifer Richardson in charge.
There we go.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. You tell me. You give me the National Guard.
I know.
Give me the National Guard and Jennifer Richardson, okay, versus the National Guard and Russell Honore. Who you got? I've still got Russell Honore, but Jennifer's going to cover the spread.
Still, yeah. Oh, man. Well, look, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are engaged. That's another trending story.
So, look, we introduced it in the last hour. We're going to speak this into existence. Destination wedding in New Orleans, Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce in the Superdome. Can we have a Superdome wedding? Okay, fine.
Yeah.
In the Smoothie King Center. As no one goes to Pelicans games, there's plenty of room.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Well, congrats to Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Over at Ullman Stadium.
Swift, sorry.
And they
Swift.
won't even have to move
what?
Tulane into. Let's put them at Ullman Stadium. That's because
Oh, my
Tulane won't even notice, dude. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Roll wave. Let's go. What do we
Well,
got?
yep. In other news, State Representative Dixon McMakin will take over as public address announcer at LSU's Tiger Stadium following Dan Barnay's retirement.
So Dixon's going to fill in for me tomorrow. I got a travel day because I'll be driving back from Lake Charles after doing 2 shows today, and then I'm going to MC LTA's auction tonight, and then like just between you and me, JP, hotel people drink, so it's going to be a rough one. Anyway, I'll be driving back tomorrow. So Dixon McMakin and Emily Chenevere are going to fill in for me. Now, Dixon gets the nod as the voice of Tiger Stadium, and I love my guy. He is my brother. I love him. He's going to be insufferable, isn't he?
Oh no!
There's going to be no contain. We're going to have to widen the door to fit his head through it.
Oh man!
I love him. I do. I absolutely do.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Tomorrow's going to be awesome. It's going to be a phenomenal show. Full Dixon.
3 hours. 3 hours. Oh,
I'll bring you Xanax.
Appreciate it. Oh my God.
We are at, what time are we at here? 7:11 at Talk 107.3 FM, WBRP. Before we hit our break, got to remind you about the folks over at Breck. Breck.org. Breck.org is where you're going to find them online. Where are you going to find them in real life? Everywhere. So many different facilities, so many wonderful facilities. And the thing about Breck, and I say this every day, they've got to be all things to all people, right? For example, my kids run cross country. So you'll find us at Independence Park running, or you'll find us on Saturday mornings over at the Highland Road Community Park. But what if you're not into running? What if you are into pickleball, like every other person today is? They've got pickleball everywhere. Out at Highland Road Park, they've got pickleball. I want to say on the back end of the Independence, they got pickleball there as well. They've got facilities for every sport that's out there. Kayaking, equestrian, basketball, golf, 5 golf courses throughout the parish. They've got you covered. Want to learn more? Hit up Breck.org, B-R-E-C, Breck.org. Quick break. We're taking you up to Monroe next.
All right, you're clear.
Thank you.
Hey, Brian. Hey, Brian.
Yep. Sorry.
No, you good.
7:15 at Talk 107.3 FM, WBRP, mornings with Brian Haldane, rolling right along. Don't forget, Talk 107.3 proudly supports Mayor President Sid Edwards' Men for Others campaign and the upcoming Battle on the Bluff High School Jamboree. Watch as 12 area teams compete from Thursday, August 28th through Friday, August 29th at A.W. Mumford Stadium on the campus of Southern University. You get more information and purchase your tickets today at talk1073.com. High school football is it's just about here, y'all. Jamborees this weekend. Things actually kick off next weekend up in Northeast Louisiana. They know a thing or two about high school football.
Friday Night Lights.
Oh, awesome. That's awesome. I want to welcome back to the show Alana Cooper from Discover Monroe, West Monroe. Alana, how are you?
I'm great for early 7:15.
We had Chris in here.
I know you've already been up doing this for 2 hours.
The sun's actually up now, though.
Yes.
That's the difference here. It's a gorgeous view from the Golden Nugget, by the way.
Yes.
What's the latest up in Monroe?
We got some new things that have happened. We had West Monroe Sports and Events, which is a new indoor sports facility, about 8 basketball courts or 16 volleyball courts. It's opened and running and having some fun events there. We hosted USA Table Tennis Olympic Trials last year there.
Whoa, what?
USA Table Tennis Olympic Trials. Ping pong is what we know it as, but ping pong is actually registered trademark of the Hasbro. So it's USA, it's table tennis.
Okay.
So yeah, but that was very interesting. It was very fun. We had people from all over who came, competed, and then we met the 3 women who went to the Olympics in Paris. They were there, and then one of them did very well. She's probably did the best we've ever done in table tennis, and so that was really exciting. We enjoyed watching her. And then we've had a lot of fun events there that have been going on. From we'll be hosting wheelchair basketball this next year. That's something new, and we're at the Nationals of Championships of it, and so that's really exciting for us, as well as we got some cheer and dance, as well as volleyball and basketball that's coming in there. And then pickleball, as you said a minute ago. So yes, love those sports. We love having them in our area. It's still something that's definitely coming back and forth to Monroe, West Monroe, and Northeast Louisiana. Sports, like you said, Friday nights are big in our area, as well as Saturdays and Sundays full of people coming and playing tournament ball.
So, let's talk about the tournament ball for just a second, because we talked about this with Chris very early on. Youth sports is still a major driver.
It still is.
Parents are still stupid. Like, this is no.
I love those parents. What are you talking about?
I'm in
of them.
I'm in it now with the AAU basketball for the daughter. So, like,
Yep.
I completely understand, and at the same time, I'm baffled by it. Like,
Yes.
it is an industry. It's its own thing.
It really is, but it's there's a lot of things we talk about. The changes in families at this point from probably when we grew up. I think it's the difference of we used to sit around the dinner table at night. Now I think the tournament ball and the travel ball is kind of replaced that, but you're spending time together, traveling and doing the sport with the kid. But again, that's not a bad thing as long as you're there with your kids and you're spending that time. And I think that's what people want. They work so much that they're like, I really want to spend that time with my children, whatever they love to do, whether that is pickleball, cross country, if that's, riding horses. We have the Ike, which is a livestock pavilion. We do a lot of youth sports with it. So
really,
yes. And then we have even a national BMX event there. So we have variety of sports, and I love that family aspect. And I think we appeal to that because we're just a small community that is welcoming and kind. We've got great food. We got great shopping. We've got a variety of things to do at our attractions. So I think it's an easy fit. We're not too expensive. So
so the bad rap is like everybody thinks that the travel ball parent is there to see their kid make the major leagues.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's as a parent, I love watching my daughter play basketball, and just watching her do what she loves and watching her stretch herself, stretch her potential, and grow. And that to me is all the reward in the world. So they're somewhere in between.
Yeah. Well, there's they're learning different things besides just the sport. I mean, they're also learning how to work with people, how to work together to make a goal. I mean, these are things that you're going to use throughout life. Yeah. I think sports, if they're individual or group sport, team sports, they're good for the kids. I mean, they're keeping them healthy. They're keeping them active. They're keeping them out of in front of a screen. I love that. So
also
those things.
True, yes. We got Alana Cooper from Discover Monroe, West Monroe. With us. You mentioned during the break, y'all got a new hotel coming as well?
We opened just this year. It's a boutique hotel. It's called the Hotel Monroe. Actually, Representative Michael Eccles and his wife owned and built this in a historic buildings. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's a beautiful hotel. It's got meeting space. It's got a big, huge ballroom. They'll do a lot of weddings. I feel like that's going to be a thing for weekends, as well as they've got a fabulous restaurant, and then they've got the Star Bar upstairs, which the view over the river. It's right next door to the river, and so it's got the beautiful view of the Washita River. Probably comparable to this, a little bit, not so much smokestacks that you're seeing like here in Lake Charles, but it's a beautiful view. They've got great drinks, and it's a great atmosphere. So it's definitely worth a visit if you want to come and have a little, maybe an anniversary weekend or something like that. It's definitely that kind of place to get away for the weekend and then kind of enjoy some of the other things to do in our area, whether that's a concert at Landry's Vineyard or maybe just a wino ramble or catching some great food or sports even at the university. So there's a good variety of things always happening in our community, and it's so much fun. We do a calendar events. We send it out on Tuesday to people who sign up for that. It's wonderful looking at that and seeing there's so many opportunities for anyone to find something to do. And there's a lot of free to, things that cost. So it's a good variety.
Very, very awesome. We're talking with Alana Cooper from Discover Monroe, West Monroe. I've got to ask the meta question.
Okay.
I know it's not tourism, but it's going to have an effect on your hotel business for sure. It
is. It's super exciting. It's exciting for our whole community. You
just inhaled a range of emotions all at once right there.
It is. It's so massive. I think it's very hard to comprehend the size of it. Basically our sports and event center is 8 basketball courts. It's a little over 100,000 square feet. This thing is like 5 times that.
Right.
And so it's huge. And then all the people who are working and then the jobs. I was talking with someone the other day, and one of our local construction company has basically signed like a contract for $380 million in business that they're doing with this. So that is, the economic impact is phenomenal in just the building. And then, at the end, it's 500 new jobs that were not there, not existing in a very rural community. So I know it's going to help us. We're the larger community in the hub in the Northeast Louisiana. So people typically come to us to shop, eat, do the fun, get out and things. You've got some wonderful things in Rayville and in that area, but a lot of times people around us come to us for the weekend, like Saturday. I have cousins who live over in Tallulah, and they come. They call it their Sam's Monroe trip. So they come, they did their Sam's stock up. They go eat. They go out to eat. They go maybe to the movies, or they go do something else, whether that's go see one of our attractions or some event that's going on in town. Mm-hmm. And then they may go back home. Sometimes they may rent a room. You just never know. So
as the data center itself is gonna be one thing, and y'all might get some new residents out of it that don't want to live in Rayville. How long's the commute? Just because we always see it on a map. So.
Like 20. It depends on where you are. If you're on the east side of Monroe, it's about 20 minutes. If you're on the west side of our parish, it might be 30. So, and again, we do have a little bit of 8 o'clock traffic. I won't say that it compares to Baton Rouge because I've been there and done that.
Hell itself does not compare to Baton Rouge.
But it is definitely been an exciting activities, seeing all the businesses that are in our community that are being subcontracted out, as well as what the future holds for it, the investment that they're making in our community, and then the jobs. We're seeing our university and our Louisiana Delta Community College. They're already starting working with curriculums that will meet that demand for some of the jobs that they have. So that's really exciting because our computer science program, as well as many others, the construction management program at ULM is absolutely wonderful. Those students are getting hired up right into jobs and doing some major projects that they're going to build huge resumes with this as well. So it's exciting time in our area. Everyone is just watching the ripple effects of all the different things. I'm laughing. I live on a street where there's they're moving dirt from there to Holly Ridge to where the project is, and they're running 148 dirt trucks a day, and they're just running them. The logistics of that, I love that kind of stuff. I'm like, how are they doing this and making sure everybody's getting where they go? But it's rolling. It is very, very impressive. When you see the site, it's impressive how they're doing that and how they're coordinating. You've got 3 major construction companies that are subcontracting major amounts of people, and that working together, the logistics of it is impressive. And so I'm really excited to see if they can do this. I can't imagine what they're going to be able to do with the AI Center and what it's going to do for our area and for the United States. It's always fun. Like we're talking about USA table tennis. Again, we're not a huge area, but when we have those things that have such a national outreach, it's always fun and exciting to say, our little town has a lot of impact, and that's, it's really something to be proud of. We're excited about what Meta holds. The people come, you're talking about business. They come for a visit first. You don't usually just oh, I'm going to pick this spot on a map, you visit first. And so we have a very key role in that as destination management organizations to make sure that we have that good first impression, that we're helping and that we're showing those things that there are good to do in our area. You know, it's funny. I was thinking about, we had some, met some guys from Baton Rouge recently who came up. They were at the Hamilton House. They were like, we had no idea the food was so good up here. And I mean, they were shocked at how great the food was. I was like, yes, there are things up, north of I-10 that are great. And I said, if people come to our area, they're always pleasantly surprised. And then like Duck Dynasty has gone back on the air with the revival. And so a lot of people are coming back to the area, wanting to visit, wanting to see the Robertsons. And then with the loss of Phil, they're doing a celebration this Sunday just of his life. And so they're doing that at Duck Commander, and so they're doing a big event. Along with, we've got the outdoor and boat show and a gar fishing rodeo this weekend. I mean, like I said, there's always something. There's a little bit of everything going on in our area, and like I said, we embrace our little redneckish, and it's fun.
But you've also got in Monroe. I'm a big fan of Friday.
Oh,
I'm a
Friday.
big fan of your mayor.
Yeah.
He's been on my show a number of times. Working with him, how important is it to have a relationship with the mayor's office to where everyone can row in the same direction?
It's extremely important, and it is so wonderful to have both of Mayors Monroe and West Monroe working together. They are both great salespeople. Let me tell you, when we bring people in, we're like USA Table Tennis. We brought them in to do a site inspection. They sell our area. I mean, I'm almost like, okay, if this gig ends, you could probably come work for us and sell it for us. I mean, they're just really, really good at it. He's got such a great personality, and we had recently had him out. We just invested in some tennis courts there. So we're doing some more tennis tournaments with the city of Monroe. And we had some people coming in looking at it for a site inspection. I was like, I didn't even really say anything. He was just like, he was doing his thing, and he loves it. He's very passionate about it, and it comes out. So it's so clear that he loves what he's doing, and he loves the area. Yeah,
absolutely. I got a couple minutes with Alana Cooper from Discover Monroe, West Monroe. We've talked about everything that's new, but for those that may have missed you the last time you were on the show last year, right? What's old? What has Monroe always had? What is Monroe like? What are y'all best known for? What do you do better than anybody else?
Ooh, I would say our food is fabulous, and then our shopping is great. That's something that
Stop. Let's get more specific. Your food is fabulous.
Okay,
give me
so
examples.
I'm going to say again. I talk about that variety. The thing is, we have from classic plate lunch food. We have Big Mama's. Okay, we're going to get into the thing. Big Mama's they'll have the best turnip greens you can have. They have chicken fried steak that's out of this world on Friday. Friday is rib day. Friday, the ribs fall off the bone. Just fabulous ribs.
Okay.
And then they have the best hot water cornbread you'll ever put in your mouth. And so it is heaven in a bite. To me, I don't know why, but I love that hot water cornbread. It's so wonderful. And then you go from that, like it's a plate lunch place, to we have Chef Corey Barr, and he has Parish Restaurant, which is fine dining, and it is over the top. He'll have farm to table. He'll have some new fresh fish for the day. He takes something he may find locally, and then he creates a dish for it. And then he's the one who created duck wraps. I mean, and it's kind of fun with the Duck Dynasty thing. Duck wraps are very common in our area, but his definitely are over the top best. They're wrapped in it's duck with cream cheese, jalapenos, wrapped in bacon with he makes a maple syrup sauce, I think, that goes over it. That
good
little
night.
Sweet, yeah. And so those are like a common that's always on the menu, so that's always good, and I always recommend it. There's a few places where he was before he got it on his own, and they've got them too. And then we have like a place with duck pizza. So there's some there's a good variety from very informal, casual to fine dining, and they have tastes that are varied too. I mean, like we have a local place called Traps that has seafood nachos. They make the chips, the cheese. It's got cheese, crawfish, shrimp, onions, jalapenos, all that stuff, and it's just it's a big pile of heavenly food. That's what I call it. We recommend that to everyone, and it's located on the river, so it's got the atmosphere and the food. And then you've got like Warehouse Number 1 restaurant, which is an old cotton warehouse. It's been around. It's a staple. It's been around forever, as long as I can recall. And it's one of those places that it's a staple. You can go in there and get catfish. You can get what they call the Rothschild River Special, which is like a plate full of everything that you can eat fried. That's not my favorite, but they have like a tuna salad that it is one of my favorites. And then they also have the catfish special it's Sierra with a sauce over it that's It's so
Okay.
good. So I can make you hungry.
No, very mission accomplished.
Yeah.
By the way.
And then our shopping is great. We have a historic downtown district called Antique. We call it Antique Alley with shopping, and then we also have the mall, which is still very, very odd that, like I said, our mall is still strong.
Say, you got a mall.
It's strong. I mean, it's really strong. Our
Mhm.
anchors are there, and I mean, it's somewhere to go shopping. And then we have a lot of boutiques scattered throughout. So it's a little bit of everything. It's a great weekend getaway for most anyone.
That's what we're talking about when we're at the Louisiana Travel Association's annual summit. Alana Cooper selling us on Monroe, West Monroe. It's just, I know, I love it. I love the passion for it, which is part of what makes Louisiana great and what makes LTA awesome as well. Alana, thank you so much for a couple minutes.
Yes, thank you.
We got news coming your way right now. Billy Dungesser's next.
All right, you're clear.
Thank you. That could not have been better. Where we were hiking was right along the side. Only complaint is the RV slips are too bumpy to water. we're always on Facebook Live. So
Great.
but yeah, a lot of folks selling me on Fontainebleau for the next time. Although Ag Commissioner Strain's going to really push for Indian Creek. So
Well, he's coming to the Rose Parade because we're highlighting all the great ingredients in Louisiana takes that go into a gumbo, from the stuff we grow out the ground to the seafood. So he's going to be a part of the Rose Parade this year. We're going to do interviews with him and all of his team about all the products that come out of Louisiana.
Awesome. How we look at JP?
Oh, we're good. We're about to be going into weather.
All right. Do you know how to change the background? Because it looks like Kay just told me I have Moon's banner up. I don't know how Moon's banner even gets on the Brian on Location page.
He hijacked you.
He did. Is it possible to change that mid-show?
I'm going to try it. I'm going to enter it. Get in the studio right now.
All right, cool.
Get it changed. Change it on this end.
Jasmine, would something like that balloons cost? I got no concept.
I just bumped this back in, but yeah, I don't know. That might be on you, bro.
I'm gonna call Cade during the next break, see if we can't fix it. If not, it's no big deal. I don't mind advertising for Moon.
All right. Well, we're back.
.737 at Talk 107.3 FM, WBRP. Mornings with Brian Haldane, rolling right along. Live on location from the Golden Nugget in Lake Charles for the Louisiana Travel Association's annual summit. And there's no better person to speak to when it comes to tourism in Louisiana than our Lieutenant Governor, Billy Nungesser. Lieutenant Governor Nungesser, how are you, man?
Doing good, my friend. Great to be with you.
No, glad to have you on here. We got so much ground to cover. At some point, we need to get to RVing in Louisiana and the state parks in Louisiana because I finally got to experience that firsthand. But there's no way I don't start with the biggest headlines, and that is our shrimp versus what we've been finding, toxic shrimp from other places on the shelves. I know this is one of your hot button issues and something that triggers you very quickly, but talk to me a little bit about your reaction when you follow the news.
Well, we're using this opportunity to try to get our legislators, our congressmen, senators to finally take action. Several years ago, I got the Lieutenant Governors Association to pass a resolution asking Congress to put a 10 cents a pound inspection fee. We inspect less than 5% of seafood coming in this country. Some of that is rejected, chock full of antibiotics to kill what's in it. Some of it has bacteria. It's grown in human waste. It's unsafe.
Right.
You remember we quit using Chinese drywall because it made us sick.
Yeah.
So we're eating this stuff untested. So if we put a 10 cents a pound inspection fee, we would up the inspection to maybe 50, 60%. Hopefully they clean up their act, but we'd at least know what we're eating in this imported seafood is safer. So we're hoping this scare gets the president and Kennedy and our legislators to enact some kind of inspection fee to make it safe and to give our local fishermen and our crawfish farmers a little bit more of a level playing field. It'll give them a little bump in the price, and it would really help distinguish the difference between the quality, good, clean, safe Louisiana seafood to these imports.
Yeah, and it's just another example of we do it better here. We always, regardless of the industry, we do it better here. And, I mean, if the word radioactive doesn't get somebody's attention, I don't know what will.
Absolutely. And, this is just one that make headlines. We've caught mislabeling, packaging Boudreaux or Cajun names and taking it out of the Taiwan or wherever it's from and putting it and trying to fool the public. And I'm over the seafood promotion, but we've partnered with Mike Strand, and we finally are not only catching them, but we're enforcing, finding them, and making them pay for cheating the system and lying to the public.
Very good. Very good follow-up to know. We got Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser here with us as we're broadcasting live from the Louisiana Travel Association's annual summit. What's the latest, man? What are you working on?
Well, the Rose Parade, big news.
Always, yeah.
I'll tell you here first. I'm announcing it tomorrow to the group here. But John Foster is going to be on entertainment this year, the runner-up to American Idol. Great young ambassador for Louisiana.
Yeah.
He'll be performing live on TV as that float rolls in front of the crowd. And then he'll be performing at the Rose Stadium for our party that we have every year to thank the volunteers. We get over 100 Louisianans. It's not too late to sign up to come out and help us decorate that float. We found a little lady in Pasadena, owns a beignet truck. So we bring her in the den. She's from New Orleans. So we have hot beignets every day. And then we serve great Louisiana seafood for lunch. And Louisiana steals the show every year out there. So that is a great way to kick off the year and get people excited about coming to Louisiana. And then we've got a trip to Canada. We're trying to bring those Canadian visitors back, a little agitated to talk about the 51st state. But we've been having conference calls every month with our teams in Canada, and we feel like they do love Louisiana, and we can lure them to come back to.
It used to be a huge market for us.
It is. I tell you, after the tariffs and the talk about 51st state, it just closed the door for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And we just think that we can go up there, make some personal appearance, bring some great Louisiana food. We're going to be serving Tabasco ice cream at the train station.
Whoa. Tabasco ice cream?
You've never had Tabasco
I
ice
have
cream?
not had Tabasco ice cream.
You got to head down to Avery Island and get you some Tabasco ice cream.
On it.
Great stuff. And it's been a big hit. We've taken it to London at the train station there, and people really get a kick out of it. It's a little hot and spicy, but it's
but you got the base with the ice cream to counter it right there.
Absolutely.
Love that.
So it's a lot of great things going on. It's great to be here with all the tourism folks from all over the state. As a matter of fact, this is my luncheon tomorrow, or brunch. And last year I honored all the people that work in my departments for their hard work. And this year I'm going to be giving out some awards to the partners all over the state, to the CBs that work year round,
mm-hmm.
that never get enough credit for all they do to bring visitors to their area, their towns, their cities. And you think about it, tourism is an economic engine. It employs about 250,000 people. It has a trickle-down effect to all kind of businesses. And it's something that I believe we're just getting started. We can grow this market all over the state and get more and more people to visit small town Louisiana. We've got so many unique things to do and see. It's something that we've been growing every year since I got elected, and we started promoting Mardi Gras all over Louisiana. Family friendly, safe, affordable Mardi Gras.
Mm-hmm.
We get people from Japan flying to Dallas, take a car and go to watch them throw hot dogs in Shreveport. We had a group from Australia go to Mardi Gras in Homer, Morgan City. So we're attracting people from all over the world to go to these unique Mardi Gras that all are a little different all over Louisiana.
When folks come here, especially, let's talk about the influencer world real quick. When folks do come here from other places, walk me through the coordination of how you get your office attached to them or in contact. Well, the Jason Josh guys, the British guys, they did worlds of wonder for us. How do you make sure that you can capitalize on that, contact with them, and make sure our best foot's forward?
Well, it's easy. We got our partners wherever they travel in the state. We make sure they see the unique things to do, taste some of the food, experience the seafood. They were great ambassadors, Louisiana. And we have a great opportunity because we actually have some influences we send all over the state as well.
Okay.
Not as big a hit as those guys, but you're right. The influencer market has been incredible, and it's easy for us because, we treat strangers like their family.
Yeah.
And they leave with a friend for life, and they keep coming back. And you could see it in the way these guys interacted with the public, with what they did and tried, from the food to the alligators to the crawfish. The interaction with the public is something that's contagious. And so when influencers come here and they leave and say, man, those are the friendliest people in the world. They treat you like family. And that's the thing I'm most proud of being from Louisiana is we welcome people from all over the world. Hell, we had people from Australia who invited to somebody's backyard for crawfish they didn't even know. And now they keep coming back every year to visit those people. So it's those relationships that Louisianans make with visitors from all over the world that get them keep coming back for more.
Well, and the thing is, Lieutenant Governor, I guess, is you don't have to put on a show. The people are like this. We are like this. So it helps that it's genuine.
It is. And I tell you, last year we had a little over 44 million people visit Louisiana. They left behind $1.9 billion in taxes you and I didn't have to pay. That's a little over $1,100 for Louisiana family. Good, clean fun that is just something that we can continue to grow. And as long as we support this industry, and it's a battle because the tourism dollars we use to attract visitors, they're not voters.
Right.
So it's always a challenge to make the legislature and the governor realize the importance of tourism. Because I'll tell you, years ago, Colorado had a rough budget year. They cut out their tourism money 1 year. I don't think they've still recovered from being out of the market that year, from being in front of the conferences, the people that do the sporting events, the Olympic trials, all the things we go all over the country and lure people to put their events on in Louisiana. You get a hiccup of 1 year and you lose 4 or 5 years of production of getting those groups to come here. So it's constantly a battle to make people realize the importance that are funding the state budget of all the important things. What a lot of people don't realize is I take several $1 million of tourism money to keep our museums open, our parks, our libraries, because those agencies have received budget cuts over the years.
Mm-hmm.
And when I go to the legislature, look, I need you to fund these departments. Well, we know you're going to take care of them, but I'm taking care of them with tourism dollars. How much more can I do before that affects that tourism number? So that's always a battle to make them understand the importance of, and the return on investment is about 40 to 1.
Yeah,
for tourism dollars.
It turns over
huge.
a lot. It absolutely does. That battle in the legislature, though, is there a matter of regionality? Like, because the legislator that's going to be dialed in is a legislator where whatever's being hosted is being hosted.
Yeah, it's a challenge. The thing I'm really disappointed in this year is the legislature, whoever had the influence, funded a lot of things in tourism. Nobody ever asked my opinion, or these other tourism folks.
Yeah.
So I get the backlash, Billy, how can they fund millions to this thing when they don't fund this, and this brings in so many more people? So it's a slap in the face to tourism for the legislators or anybody to fund these things for political reasons,
right?
Millions of dollars that have no benefit to the state. So I plan on speaking to the governor and the legislators about it, and we ought to have a seat at the table and decide to get the most bang for our buck. Because there's a bunch of things I'd like to do that would bring people here that I don't have the money. I got to pick and choose every year.
Right.
And we funded millions of dollars for things that have, in my opinion, no benefit to Louisiana. It's whether it's political patriotism, whatever reason, great lobbying efforts, I don't know. But I'm going to try to make them understand the importance of funding things to get the most bang for our buck.
We got about a minute left. I got to mention Boca Chica State Park. I recently had the opportunity to go there. You've been selling me on the state parks for years now. So finally I went. Amazing. We went on a 4-mile hike in the woods.
Yeah.
It was only meant to be 1.5 miles. We missed a turn. we missed a turn. But right alongside of it was this mountain bike trail, which you were telling me during the break that this trail is like pretty famous.
Number 2 in the country. And Washington Parish, they have the free fare. Other than that, they really didn't have many tourists. Since we opened that and horseback riding, if you go to Washington Parish on any weekend and go into town, you see mountain bikes on cars, horse trails. It has changed that whole parish forever. And we're just getting started. We just acquired 600 more acres. We're going to double the size of the mountain bike trails. We're putting one in for veterans where they pedal the bikes, can't use their legs with a hand.
Oh, yeah.
We've got a turf course going in for the kids. And the horseback riding. We're doubling the size of those trails. Incredible friends group out there of people with horses that keep improving the experience for people that bring their own horses, but also you can rent horses there for a half day, whole day.
Unbelievable stuff. He is Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser. We always appreciate the time, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Have a great day.
You do the same. 7:50. Time for us to get caught up with Your Money Now on Talk 107.3. Always, Billy. Thank you, man. That guy does not slow down. Yeah. Yes. Sports on the phone, play games. Media assets. There it is. I got it. I'm up there. All right, good to go. Thank you. Well then, it's no longer the Moon Griffon show, people. My apologies. I apologize for nothing.
You were able to change it on your end?
Yeah, I was able to change it on my end.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know you could do that once it started.
Okay.
But you know, whatever. What happened with the hotel in Shreveport? Oh, Debbie, I'm gonna ask about that. I don't know. Nanish's Waterfront Grill. I think that's dating back to the Monroe interview. I'm here for it. Let's go. Let's go. Ooh, we getting tired already. That's no good.
Oh no.
I got 3 more hours of show to do. Do I have you at 11 or somebody else?
Me.
Okay.
It's me. Dang. Okay. You have a guest coming up in this segment or no?
No, not till 8:15. Oh, not till 8:05.
Okay. Are we doing this day in history or no?
Yeah.
Okay. When?
Now.
Oh, we're about. Oh, okay. Let's do that. We're coming in from.
Okay.
So I'm ready when you are. Ready? Let's go.
Yep. 7:55 at Talk 107.3 FM, WBRP mornings with Brian Haldane, rolling right along. All right. We've got 3 guests slated for next hour, which means we move this day in history presented by 5 Star Printing and Signs up to right now.
All right, Brian. Let's see.
Yes, sir.
Get my headphones right.
Okay.
Beginning in 1813, Napoleon defeats the Austrians. We'll
Okay.
start there with a little victory from Napoleon. Let's see, 1883. I know I'm going to mispronounce this. Krakatoa. Krakatoa?
I have no idea.
Krakatoa?
I'm not looking at the
Krakatoa?
same thing.
There's a volcano apparently located in west of Java in Indonesia. It erupts with a force of 200 megatons of TNT, killing approximately 36,000 people. This day, 1883. That's insane.
That is insane.
Massive.
Yep.
1918, Spanish flu arrives in Boston, beginning the second and deadliest wave in the U.S.
Really?
Now
we
that
were allowed to call it that?
Now that all the tragedies out of the way, right.
We weren't worried about the repercussions against the Spanish?
Mm.
It was allowed to be called the Spanish flu?
That's it. Nope.
So culturally
Different times,
insensitive.
right?
So culturally insensitive.
Yeah, that's right. Only 1918 kids will remember that.
Yeah.
Let's see. 1955, Fats Domino, Ain't That a Shame, peaked at number 10 on the U.S. pop charts, becoming the first R&B song to hit the top 10. But get this, 3 weeks later, Pat Boone's cover of the song made it to number 1. But, it is what it is.
Whatever.
Mary Poppins released today in 1964, the musical film featuring Julie Andrews and Dick Van Dyke.
Okay.
Today. Let's see. 1970, Jimi Hendrix creates his last studio recording at Electric Lady Studios in New York.
Really?
On an instrumental called Slow Blues.
Okay.
Keeping it with music, 1990, No Fences, the second studio album by Garth Brooks is released.
Oh,
with
hey
hits
now.
like The Thunder Rolls, Two of a Kind Working on a Full House, Friends in Low Places, and Unanswered Prayers, just to name a few, right?
Oh, no. No
Massive
Fences
album.
was the ultimate banger. Like, that was country
good.
music. It was. There was no better album. I mean, other than, you know what? I can't think, because George Strait had so many different albums. I don't think they were all compiled into one. But, I mean, No Fences was essentially a greatest hits before there were greatest hits for him.
Yeah, that massive. 1991, Pearl Jam releases their debut album, 10. So,
okay.
And that album also had some hits, Alive, Even Flow, Jeremy, like all that. Like, really good stuff. Let's see, 2008, U.S. Senator Barack Obama becomes the first African-American to be nominated by a major political party for president of the U.S.
Okay.
And also, you know what? Back to music here. 2024, British band Oasis announces a reunion tour of Britain and Ireland 16 years after their acrimonious split.
Very good stuff. Birthdays, who we got?
We are going to start off with Lyndon B. Johnson.
Oh, yeah. Lyndon B. Johnson, who, the man who killed Kennedy. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Who else?
Hey, you know what? We're going with Pee Wee Herman. That's a big one, huh? Paul Rubens today as well.
I love that Pee Wee Herman and Lyndon B. Johnson share a birthday. That is fantastic.
Oh, man. Also, actor Aaron Paul, if you've watched, of course, Breaking Bad or anything like that. Him.
Okay.
Anybody else on your end?
So I've got a couple on my end. How about this? Ed Gein. Serial killer Ed Gein, born on this day in 1906. And from the sports world, we got a few New Orleans Saints here. Former Saint John Stinchcomb, current Saint Eric McCoy, and former Arkansas Razorback, and I believe he was with the Raiders and the Cowboys, Darren McFadden. They were all born today as well.
Okay, moving on to deaths in about we only got a few seconds to spare. Stevie Ray Vaughan died today, and then we'll go Lyndon B. Johnson Day for National Days.
Hour 3's next.
All right, we're clear.
Okay.
Good to see you. I know. I got a couple minutes. Yeah, I might go grab a coffee inside if that's all right.
Coffee inside?
There might be.
I might go with you.
Okay.
What's going on Facebook?
Oh well.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that you would. There's my man.
Cool in different ways people can experience the North Shore.
Oh, we're golden. We're golden. Yeah, we got.
I know what
You
to
go
do.
rock it, girl. You go
Okay.
rock it. You know?
This ain't my first radio, Megan.
I know. Love it.
We're old friends. Done this last year.
So, Evermore and Water
Yeah.
advertises with Matt Moscone
Right?
on a sports station. And you know I grew up in Utah.
Yes, I do.
I'm trying so hard to get him to pitch as a tagline, the best things on earth have come from it. And he will not do it because I'm going to turn it into a St. Paul's versus Catholic Island.
I love that.
So,
We are known for our medicinal waters
yes.
on the North Shore.
Well, I mean, it's not as if there weren't a town named after springs that are underneath the water. This comes from an aquifer, not a spring. But,
Right. I love it. We got a list of heavy hitters today.
It's fantastic. Yes.
Was last year the first year?
Shreveport.
I can't remember. This is like my 20th something.
Goodness gracious. I would imagine so. I mean, because it only rotates between, like, yeah. How we looking, JP?
We're about to be hitting the bumper coming back.
Wait, I can't even hear you. I don't know if that's you or if that's my background noise.
Oh, hey.
There you
hear
are.
me now? Yeah, I just had to move closer. Sorry. Yeah, we're coming into the. I just hit the 8 o'clock bumper.
Okay. Just say go, and I'll go.
Okay. All right, let's go.
806 at Talk 107.3 FM, WBRP, mornings with Brian Haldane, rolling right along. Hour 3 coming your way right now. Once again, shout out to 5 Star Printing and Signs over there in Denham Springs. My guy, Danny, and his team are working to make sure your company's putting its best foot forward. 5 Star Printing and Signs, 271-4096 is their phone number. They bring you the this day in history, which is normally in this segment, but we gave it to you last segment to make sure that Hour 3 live from the Louisiana Travel Association's annual summit can be jam-packed with guests, and that's what we're doing right now. JP's back in studio in Baton Rouge. I'm here at the Golden Nugget in Lake Charles. Let's dive back into what is so far been awesome content, and we'll really take it up a notch right now. Welcoming back Katie Guasco from Visit North Shore. Visit the North Shore. Katie, welcome back. How are you? Whoa. Took me till Hour 3 to forget somebody's mic was down. Go ahead.
Okay. Good morning. How are you doing, Brian?
Couldn't be better.
Thanks for having me back.
Of course. No, glad to have you back. Like, I'm not going to talk about Louisiana and not talk about my hometown.
I know. Covington guy. We love you.
So, yep. I mean, it is like literally the best place on earth, even with all the growth. It's not like it was in the 90s, but nothing is.
Right.
So,
right. You're right.
But grown smartly. Let's
Thank you.
very, very clear about that. Yeah, it's over the years, the way that the North Shore has grown has been impressive.
Thank you.
While maintaining charm. That's important.
That's our goal. It really is. You know, we have about 3 million visitors every year, but 1.3 billion in visitor spending. We really try to keep that number up. We try to move people around the parish as much as possible so that our locals can continue to enjoy, you know, what we call Louisiana's easy escape. And that's exactly what it is.
So what's new?
Oh, so much is new. We've had a tremendous amount of growth, as you said, but we're doing some very cool and unique things. We rebranded ourselves about 2 years ago, and we've continued to roll out different things so that people can experience our brand throughout the parish. One thing is a brand new beer with Abita. Of course. You know,
What do you think you are, Devin Snow?
We've got to celebrate with booze.
What's the beer? What's the beer?
It's called the North Shore Sunset. So you can pick up North Shore Sunset at the Abita Tap Room. It is for sale. We don't make $1 off of the sales of that beer. We just co-branded the product together so you can have a souvenir of the North Shore and, you know, get it from a local store, which is really great.
The North Shore Sunset is, I mean, if we were to get more specific, it would be the Lake Pontchartrain Sunset. I mean, that's,
yes,
I would put that
beautiful.
view up against any sunset in the world. The Lake Pontchartrain Sunset's ridiculous.
Thank you.
What kind of beer is it?
It's a golden ale. So it's actually a base beer for a lot of their other products. So it's always flowing in Abita. So we thought that was a really great opportunity to capitalize on it. It's not currently packaged any other way but North Shore Sunset. So you can go and try it in the tasting room. It's just their golden. But then if you want to take it home, you can purchase it in a 4-pack. So really nice item. We called it Sunset because, you know, it's probably 5 o'clock somewhere. But we also have a coffee with Abita Roasting Company now. It's the Easy Escape blend. You can pick it up at any of the Abita Roasting company restaurants. There's one in Madisonville, one in Covington, you know, several locations. And you can get that as a souvenir as well if coffee's more your thing.
Okay. Very cool stuff. Outside of that, what else is going on? That's because y'all are so busy.
Yes, we are. You know, every town is really gearing up for a very fantastic fall. We have a ton of fall festivals. We've done a public art initiative as well, where we've put murals in your beautiful Covington. There's a very large mural on Columbia Street on the side of the art house now.
Oh, wow. Okay,
yes,
cool.
It's the biggest canvas we did, but this is our way of celebrating local artists. There's one in Slidell. one in Mandeville, and one in Abita Springs so far.
Okay.
So we're not stopping.
Mhm.
I'm definitely looking for creative ways to, do public art moving forward. Maybe some stairs, some fences, just interesting ways for people to give back. Local artists to give
Yeah.
back to our community. So that's
Absolutely.
really very cool.
On the marketing front, how are we selling the North Shore these days?
Like I said, just the Easy Escape. It's a network of communities. We have tons of outdoor recreation. That's probably our primary reason why people visit with our 80,000 acres of wildlife preserve.
Yeah.
People come to relax. They come to escape. But there's also a vibrancy to all of these towns. Every one of them celebrates art, shops, restaurants. Our restaurant scene is bigger and better than ever. So it's just really the way we've kind of, marketed it over the years has evolved, but still staying true to what makes the North Shore so special.
We're talking with Katie Guasco from Visit the North Shore. So first of all, I got to remember, I owe the North Shore an apology. We did an RV trip for our summer vacation this year.
Okay.
And we ended up going to Boca Chica State Park.
Okay.
And everybody said, go to Fontainebleau. And I'm like, but I grew up at Fontainebleau. I can't go to Fontainebleau because I know it already. I know it inside and out. Turns out the RV experience at Fontainebleau is a completely different experience than anything else out there. So the growth of Fontainebleau, or that, I don't say growth because it's not like it's, but like the evolution of Fontainebleau State Park. Talk to me a little bit about how that has really capitalized on what has always been a gem.
Well, what I think is so great is that we have a very nice network of state parks right there. You're not more than an hour away from 3 really wonderful state parks. You mentioned Boca Chica.
Yeah.
So that's perfect. It offers something totally different than what our 2 waterfront state parks offer, Fontainebleau and Fairview Riverside State Park.
Okay.
Don't forget Riverfront.
No, I'm not.
So we have, that's our little, slice of paradise right there, our 2 waterfront state parks. But I got to give props to Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser in the Office of State Parks. You mentioned Fontainebleau. Talk about smart growth. They've added some phenomenal programs so that everyone can enjoy the state park, like accessible wheelchairs. People are putting their toes in the sand that haven't been able to put their toes in the sand for years because of these wheelchairs. You have foraging trails that they've added, recycling programs. The beautiful cabins have come back online. They were taken out with Ida. They've now really outfitted those to stay really up to date, and they're full again. People just absolutely love them. So it's time to get out there and experience those state parks. I absolutely love Boca Chica. Their equestrian activities are second to none. Great choice there.
Well, no, and we we went on a hike. We went on a 4-mile hike.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be 1.5 miles. We missed a turn. Boca Chica was phenomenal.
Yes.
But like keeping it closer to the lake has got to be. I mean, that would have been the pro move on my part. If I'm starting the segment by selling the Lake Pontchartrain sunset and don't experience it myself, what am I doing here? One of the bigger themes this morning has been youth sports. Mandeville's no exception.
Absolutely. Mandeville, Covington, you name it. I mean, we have really wonderful team sports in our area, youth and adult. Actually, the pickleball scene has come on too. So you're seeing tournaments for adults as well that are just,
pickleball
we're feeling
is
sporty.
No, pickleball is absolutely insane. What's the latest on the new highway?
What's that?
The new highway that's supposed to just east of Abita and Mandeville and all that. Isn't there supposed to be?
We're definitely getting some growth in terms of the infrastructure, which is great because there are a couple of pinch points all over the North Shore, especially when you're going over these waterways and bridges. So yes, it's coming.
Okay. Lastly, before we get you out of here, and thank you for stopping by this morning. What does the North Shore need?
Ooh, that's a really great question.
Thank you.
We have just under 3,000 hotel rooms in our parish, and we would absolutely love a hotel attached to our meeting space areas, such as the Harbor Center and Slidell, that could really provide some awesome growth for us, and just little opportunities throughout the parish for people to stay. There's perfect areas for little boutique properties for people to, kind of settle into an area and stay there. There's been talk over the years about a property on the lakefront and what that could bring. Certainly I get travel writers all the time that are like, please put me as close to the bridge as possible. I have a 5 a.m. flight in New Orleans, but I don't want to take the causeway. So there is a need for, people that, maybe don't want to do the causeway before a big flight.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I grew up on the causeway, so that's 24 miles.
It's scary for people.
I guess I get it. Katie Guasco from Visit the North Shore. Their tagline is, "We've got Slidell, but love us anyway."
No, not at all. We love our Slidell. Absolutely. But definitely head to visitthenorthshore.com. It is your full resource for anything and everything that we have to offer. Our events calendar is beloved by locals too.
Really?
So shout out to our wonderful team.
Okay, so I will say this. That's one of the things about the North Shore is we participate in our own stuff. So it's always great.
Oh, yeah. We do not have tourist trap areas on the North Shore. Everyone is out there and enjoying it just as our visitors would be too. And I love that they use our tourism sites and our visitor guide as their resources as well. That means we're doing a good job if the locals authenticate it.
Awesome stuff. Katie, thank you so much for a couple minutes.
Thanks, Brian.
Absolutely. So we go from a place I love to Atlanta. William Pate joins us next on Talk 107.3. We good, JP?
Yep, clear.
Okay. How we look at JP?
Oh, we're good. We're still in break.
Okay. We're always on
about,
Facebook Live.
Okay.
So get your mic up a little bit higher right there. And
Okay.
So that's
next guest?
Say again.
Can I get the name of the next guest?
I can't hear you at all.
Weird. I'm right on the board. Can I get a name of the next guest?
Yeah, William Pate, President, CEO of Atlanta's CVB. Say, Ralph. And he's going to be our featured for today.
Okay. No problem.
Kimberly says, I'm from Slidell, and that's accurate. So Slidell is in St. Tammany
Yeah.
Parish, and I'm from the west side of St. Tammany Parish in Covington.
Oh, okay.
So we, it's a fun little rivalry back and forth. And I just had Katie on from Visit the
Right,
North Shore, so I had to get a dig in on.
That's
I
funny.
said, Visit the North Shore, whose tagline is "We have Slidell, but love us anyway."
That's great.
All right, Brian, we're ready. Let's roll.
Oh, we're at 8:20 at Talk 107.3 FM WBRP, which means we need to move fast, wasting no time at all. Welcoming in my next guest, the president and CEO of Atlanta's CVB, William Pate. How are you, man?
I'm doing fantastic. Love being here. It's been great to spend some time with the tourism professionals here in the state of Louisiana, and it's been a lot of fun.
Are you getting a lot of Atlanta Falcons hate while you're here?
No, unfortunately, the Falcons and the Saints, I think, are kind of in the same position.
Yeah,
so,
we're fighting for that bottom spot in the barrel for sure. It's but I mean, it's one of the more fun rivalries, though.
Oh, absolutely,
because of the two cities having such similarities as well, which is kind of going to lead us into our overall conversation about tourism in Atlanta. Give me the landscape.
Well, we've been incredibly successful, especially, rebounding coming out of COVID. Yeah. We're really a convention city. That's where most of our business comes from. Atlanta's a business city. And we've been very lucky to book a lot of major conventions in the city every year. And then on top of that, of course, Atlanta has a great sports profile. We just hosted the College Football Championship. We have a Super Bowl in 2028. We're getting ready for the World Cup. Right now, we're going to be one of the host cities. And so, we're always looking for ways to incrementally bring people into Atlanta.
What are you be talking about today?
So, as I was kind of looking at talking to the Louisiana CVBs last night, I had dinner with a lot of the executive directors, and they've been very successful in bringing visitors into the state of Louisiana, much as we've been very successful in Atlanta. And the challenge is it's a double-edged sword. When you're really successful, that's great, but everybody wants more. You got to figure out ways to grow incrementally. And so we've been doing a lot of things in Atlanta to try and get additional visitation around the edges. And so I'm going to share some of that today, and hopefully folks will be able to take that back to their destination.
That incremental growth, I mean, it's because on the one side, there's got to be a cap, right?
Yeah.
And there's always fatigue.
Right, absolutely.
New Orleans right now, I mean, they had Taylor Swift concert, Sugar Bowl, Super Bowl, Mardi Gras Jazz Fest. At a certain point, people are like, man, we got to go back to New Orleans again? It's just that someone has to take a breath, and when someone takes that breath, people lose money.
Absolutely.
How do you walk that balance?
You just got to keep coming up with creative ideas to bring people who haven't been to your city in a long time and get them to come. So not just the folks that are kind of the regulars, if you will, but really looking for ways to open up new markets and bring new visitors. So a great example is the World Cup. One of the great things about the World Cup for Atlanta is we're going to get a lot of international tourists who have never been to Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And they're going to have a great experience. We're going to make sure that they have a wonderful experience. Hopefully they go back home and either decide to come back again, or they talk to their friends about the great time they had in Atlanta, and maybe they'll come in and make a visit.
What are some of the bigger struggles right now? I mean, being in a larger city, being a convention-based city, conventions post-COVID are a completely different thing. What are some of your challenges right now?
Well, a couple of challenges, as you talked about, coming out of COVID. Attendance for conventions is still a little bit light. I think we're heading into some economic headwinds, so leisure travel, folks, particularly in kind of the middle class and lower class, are getting concerned about their budgets, and so they're not traveling as much as they have been the last 4 or 5 years. And business travel is down about 15%, and we do a lot of business travel because, of course, Atlanta has a lot of Fortune 500 companies in town. And so all those just on the edge, really start to affect and create kind of a downdraft in your visitation. So then you got to figure out, okay, things are falling off a little bit. We got to figure out ways to grow, because at the end of the day, you got to have more people come next year than came this year. And so that's what we're a lot about, and that's a lot what I'm going to talk about today.
Walk me through a little bit about pairing sporting events with bigger, because we just came off the Super Bowl in New Orleans. Y'all, like you said, have it 28. Making the most of an event like that to spin off. I don't know. Were you able to see anything that New Orleans did for the Super Bowl?
No, I haven't seen any of that.
So our Department of Economic Development set up its own headquarters right next door to the Memorial Convention Center, where the NFL Experience was, and spun this off into sales of everything.
Yeah,
like you give me one nook and cranny of the state that they could sell. You give me one industry, one business, anything that they could say, hey, you're not normally from here. You're not normally around here. Come on over here and check this out. how do you pair the really big headliners to make sure you're maximizing out?
Well, I think what you want to do in Atlanta, we're very tightly tied to the Chamber of Commerce. And so when we have big events, we always make sure they're completely aware of who's coming, if they're, corporate guest speakers and people like that, so that they can get incremental meetings with those execs to maybe relocate a headquarters there or start a business there, something like that. When you look at something like the Super Bowl, when we hosted the Super Bowl in 2019, we used 104 event venues across the city because there's so much entertaining going on.
Yeah.
And that's a great opportunity for your economic development people to plug into all the corporate folks that are coming in for the Super Bowl and, hopefully create some opportunity for some new business.
What's Atlanta's biggest struggle in selling it from the CVB standpoint?
I think our biggest struggle right now is, honestly, our convention business is really good, but there's only so much convention center and so many days in a year.
Right.
And so what we're trying to do now is figure out what our kind of maximum capacity of that convention center is. We're doing really well in the very largest conventions in the country. We're trying now to drop down and look at some of the mid-sized conventions because we can still fit them in around the edges.
Mm-hmm.
And as we get them in, that's incremental people in the city, incremental business for everybody.
From the tourism aspect, just the leisure travel aspect, what are Atlanta's big selling points?
Well, we have a lot of family-friendly activities right downtown. We have the second largest aquarium in the world. We have the World of Coca-Cola, which is the Coca-Cola Museum. We have the College Football Hall of Fame, which a lot of LSU fans like to come when they come to the SEC championship game. So we have a lot of things for families to do. The challenge with Atlanta is everybody's from somewhere else. So when your college roommate comes to visit, they stay at your house, and we don't get the hotel motel tax, right? They eat at the restaurants, they'll go to the venues and things like that. And so a lot of our leisure marketing is around conventioneers are also tourists. And so we really want to bring the whole tourism experience to them in the city so that around the convention, there are a lot of things they can do. We spread them out over the city. That's how you spread the economic impact and get the incremental economic
We haven't even
impact.
gotten around to being Delta's hub. Like, how are you maximizing being an international hub?
Well, of course, Delta, we follow them to every international city. Every one they open up, we're their marketing. And it is obviously a great asset to be able to have an airline that connects us internationally and also has more domestic nonstops than anywhere else in the country. And so it's very easy for people to come in. I'll go back to the World Cup as an example. As international travelers come into Atlanta for that first round of games, they're 3 days in between games. So we know they're going to get out and explore other parts of the Southeast. Yeah. I was talking to Kyle Edmiston today about Lake Charles. When you think about the first rounds in Houston, those, if you get Argentina as an example, if you do a cultural festival, food festival in Lake Charles in between those games, you're going to draw a lot of those people to Lake Charles because it's not very far to go. And so I think what a lot of cities are doing is trying to figure out how they can take advantage of people who've already made the decision to come, already spent the money to come. How can you get incremental business out of them? And so that's a lot of what the focus is right now.
Can your message scale down? Atlanta's a big city. Louisiana has a lot of smaller venues. Can your message today scale down to a smaller town?
It sure can, because while I'm going to give them the idea of how it worked in Atlanta, I'm also going to try and bring it down and say the general ideas are the same things that can be done in smaller venues. And so I think that, again, when people walk out, I'm going to kind of end by saying, a lot of it's just asking questions.
Yeah.
Asking questions about how can, when we already get 20 major citywides every year, how can we get 22? If we can already get, a certain number of mid-sized conventions, how can we get more? How can we improve our tourism? What do we need to continue to grow the business? And a lot of times that just gets the conversation started, and you have great staffs, and they give you the answers.
As the show was starting this morning, Paul Arrigo texted me, said to tell you hello. We got 30 seconds left. Tell Baton Rouge something about Paul Arrigo we might not know already.
Paul Arrigo is the funniest man I've ever run into. I mean, he has got an unbelievable sense of humor. He was just inducted into our National Hall of Fame. His Hall of Fame speech was absolutely fantastic. That was the best speech I've ever heard in my life. And Paul, of course, is a huge Saints fan. We're always going back and forth, Falcons and Saints. But he was such a treasure for them. And I know even in retirement, he's still making an impact in that city.
Yeah, I hate the Falcons so much that I hate the Hawks. He's William Payton from the Atlanta CVB. Thank you for a couple minutes.
Absolutely, pal. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Here's news.
You're clear.
And we're always on Facebook Live, by the way. How we looking, JP?
Yeah, we're looking good. About to hit weather.
All right.
We're about to hit weather in about 35 seconds. Just got into weather.
Okay. You know what? What I was telling you last night about the regular segment, that's Alumni Association, not TAF.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know how much those streams cross.
We cross.
Yeah.
A lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's roll.
8:37 at Talk 107.3 FM, WBRP, mornings with Brian Haldane rolling right along. It went from really loud in the hallway to dead quiet. That means the doors are open and the sessions are underway. We're nowhere near done, y'all. We're going to wrap up the morning show at 9. We're going to pick back up at 11 o'clock with a whole other slate of guests to talk with. We're going to visit Lafayette. We're going to visit Tangipahoa. We're going to visit Jefferson Parish. We're going to explore Homa, visit Shreveport-Bossier as well, and see if we can't catch up with the flirty girl herself, Lauren Haydell, before it's all said and done. Right now, though, let's bring it back home to Baton Rouge. Justin Vincent is with us. How are you, man?
I'm doing good.
Glad to have you on this morning. I want to start with this. Your role with TAF is about alumni engagement and athletic alumni engagement. Mm-hmm. What's your biggest challenge when it comes to keeping everybody connected?
Oh man, it's football per se is probably the hardest for whatever reason. It's not just at LSU; it's at every school. Majority, you don't have issues, connecting with baseball, basketball, swimming and diving, but football for whatever reason just always seems like there's like a kind of a disconnect. So what my opportunity is and my goal is at TAF is my relationships, obviously playing football at LSU and being on staff for a while before I moved over to TAF, is to kind of try to bridge that gap and make them understand what we do, how we do it, what is it for, and try to give them more information so they can make an educated decision. And so other than saying, I don't want to do anything.
Right.
Right.
Because doing something is especially today is vital with the landscape of college sports changing so much. How much does your job interact with that? With not just keeping engaged, but keeping monetarily engaged as well.
Yeah, up until I think it was July 1 when they passed the revenue share deal. Prior to that, we dealt with it a lot. You can give through TAF and you got the points, but you couldn't write it off unless it was a certain dollar amount. There was so many different moving pieces, but now we don't have to fool with it. So it's an easier deal for me. I can go back to the regular schedule programming. I can do what I've been doing. But yeah, it was difficult at times because obviously there's a bunch of people who can care less about it.
Yeah.
But then there's also people who understand that if we don't, we're not going to survive.
Right.
So it was kind of that push and pull at the same time. But I think people are understanding that it is vital to LSU being successful on all fronts if you get involved in some capacity.
No, absolutely. And the money's important. I don't want to downplay that end of it, but the relationship's important as well.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, forever LSU means something.
Oh, it does. It does. And I tell people all the time, I'm as much LSU as much as me. I feel like it raised me and made me the man I am today. Got a lot of opportunities because of that place. So I feel forever indebted, and I want those guys to feel the same way. It's a little bit harder now because we don't have a lot of the grassroots guys anymore. You got guys coming from, 2 years at this school, 2 years at that school. and coming over, but you just want them to understand that this place will support you in your endeavors, and it will be there when you're done.
So I'm sitting here thinking about your job through the lens of LSU being a national brand, but what you're bringing up is more transfer portal stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just it is a lot more. What's the word? You're gonna have a shorter stay at a place, but like, how do you make sure that shorter stay has the same impact?
Yeah, just being there for them. I think more so to understand that, not only what TAF does, but what the Alumni Association does, what the foundation does, what LSU does in general, the different avenues that you have when you're looking to seek help, and whether it's finding a job, whether it's getting back in school, whatever it is that we can assist you in, we will.
How do you run that approach down? I mean, that's that you have such a unique job because the people you're calling on are so varied, in regionally, economically, and in what business they're like. What they're doing today is it's all over the map.
Yeah, fortunately enough for me, I just don't have former student athletes. I deal with everybody.
Okay.
But obviously that's my title and my role, and that's my engagement is to get more student athletes involved, right? And more so, not necessarily their money. I want them to come back and visit with us. I help with the L Club too. To get you back to some games, get you on campus. It isn't about just the dollar. I want you to feel the love that I feel.
Yeah.
I wanted to you to spread the word to your former teammates, whatever sports you play. Hey, come back on campus. We're gonna wrap our arms around you and love on you. And if you need help, we'll help you.
What's your role here?
Oh, I'm on the LTA board. This is, I think, year 2.
Okay.
Yeah, some change. Obviously born and raised in Lake Charles, Louisiana. I grew up less than a mile down the road. My family's here. Have an opportunity. Chris Landry, we grew up together, the president of LTA.
That's
so
great.
It is a great experience for me to try to, kind of branch together all these different avenues that we have going on here, from whether it's Visit Lake Charles, Visit Tangible Ash, whatever it is, to get everybody uniquely, back into Baton Rouge. If they need anything from LSU, to get them involved, give them information. Because we got a lot of events other than football games going on campus.
Right.
One events, just to get them there.
From your role on LTA, what are you gravitating towards? What are you liking?
To be honest with you, I like everything. There's so much I didn't know. Obviously being from Lake Charles, I saw Visit Lake Charles a lot when I was young.
Yeah.
But you had no idea what it was, right? You didn't know that, festival sponsorship, getting people down here from Mardi Gras, letting them experience it the whole 9. Those things are unique to this place, like nowhere else.
Right. And they are. And the same can be said for Monroe. The same can be said for the North Shore.
Yep.
Or any corner of the state you go to. You're going to find unique people with their own flair, and across the board, the hospitality reigns supreme.
Yeah, and crazy enough, there's a festival for everything here.
I forgot. Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser was on with me an hour ago, and I forgot to get him to give that tagline. He's got a line for it, something to the effect. I'm going to butcher it, but it's something to the effect of, "If you can kill it, cook it, grow it, or dance to it, we have a festival for it."
100%.
So yeah,
100%. There were some festivals I found out about last year that had zero idea existed. Like, there's just so many.
Give me one.
There was. I don't want to mess it up either, but there was one. It's obviously not the Strawberry Festival. It's not the Frog Festival. It was unique to, like, I don't want to say it's around the Luling area. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something that's unique.
Might be. I'm thinking further south. Are you thinking in Morgan City, the Shrimp and Petroleum Festival?
No, because I've been to that.
Okay.
Yeah, it was something like
Luling got.
I don't know. Maybe I may be getting it wrong, so people don't.
No,
all
good.
Yeah, but there's so many different festivals. I mean, you look at the map. Like, if you went to the tourism website, there's like 2 pages.
Yeah. You just keep on.
And it's
scrolling.
every weekend. It's nonstop. If you're not going to a football game, there's a festival.
Right. Yeah,
if you're not going to a basketball game, baseball game, there's a festival.
Well, and some of them, a handful of them get the big names, the Jazz Fest, the Essence Fest. I mean, New Orleans does a really good job of marketing their bigger ones. But you get out and about around the state, and you're going to find like the Washington Parish Fair.
Yeah,
world renowned. It's an amazing event. I mentioned the Shrimp and Petroleum
So
Festival.
I grew up going to Zydeco Extravaganza.
Okay. Which I've not been to that one, but I've heard good things.
Unbelievable.
You know what Lake Charles really needs to bring back is Contraband Days.
It does. It went away. You know, I spent a lot as a youth. My mom used to drop us off, and we used to just walk up and down the Civic Center, you know, ride those terrible rides, but you know, try to win those unwinnable games. But it was good times.
What are you looking forward to over the course of the day today?
Oh man, you know, just hearing from different people, learning what they got going on. Hopefully, get them back in Baton Rouge at some point. Get them down to a game, let them experience that, because I tell people all the time, even some of the guys I played with when I was in Pittsburgh, I said, y'all think y'all love college football? We could be playing, you know, Sister Mary's from, you know, across the street, and it's going to be jam-packed, and people treat that almost as a festival type atmosphere.
Well, because the game day experience, the whole game day experience,
whole thing.
It's so much more than
I've
just
been to
the game.
Penn State. I've been to the Whiteout. That ain't that. It ain't Baton Rouge, man.
Is there anything comparable? I mean,
to me, I've been fortunate enough. I've been a lot of places, and it's not.
I'm keeping one eye on the clock to make sure we have 2 minutes to talk ball, which gives us one more minute within the tourism discussion. And how, I mean, obviously, I guess that's the most obvious one there is how are you using that experience as a driver for your job?
Yeah, I mean, so there's so many different ways to connect. You're always in the life. I think we're always one person removed from getting that right connection, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to get in front of as many people as I can and spread the message about whether it's tourism, whether it's my job at TAF, and what we do, providing, you know, scholarships and capital projects. I try to get in front of as many people as I can and let them hear the message, and then they could spread it on to other people. And I randomly get phone calls probably once a month. Hey man, I met you at so-and-so, or I met so-and-so. They said, you know, give you a call. I want to learn more about TAF. You know, so it is really unique. And for me to try to let people know here also that it isn't just about, you know, what I do my day to day, but you're here for a reason about tourism. You want to learn what you can do to make your area better. Right.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yeah. And because it contributes to the overall pot. When your area is better, that's one more check mark on the map of Louisiana succeeding overall. All right. We got 2 minutes till break. Give me the preview on this year's team.
Oof, we got to start fast.
Okay.
We got to start fast. I think we all know that we haven't, you know, lived up to what we think we are and what I think we are as far as a team in the openers, right? I think key for us, we got to take points early.
Okay.
You got to start fast. You know, if you, for the first 2 minutes, 5 minutes of the game, and you run down the field and get within the 5 and take the points.
Yes.
You got to take the points.
Stop going forward on fourth down early. Yep.
Because as insignificant as that may seem to most, momentum is real.
Momentum, and it changes play calling.
Momentum is real. So
yes.
you put people in positions they typically aren't in positions in. I can tell you what, being a former player and being an opportunity to coach ball, people look that most of your offensive coaches have play scripts. Right?
Yes.
And if you can divert them from getting off of play 5 and pull out something on page 2,
right,
you got a chance. But if you fall into their lap and do what you're expected to do, then they're set on cruise control. You got to make people uncomfortable.
That being said, are we going to get it done this weekend?
I honestly think so. 30. Now, mind you, you know, I think we have a great team. I know they have a great team. They have like 6 preseason All-Americans and 3 of them on the defensive line. 3 of them were All-Americans last year. So, but with that being said, I do think we have a good team that can go out there and put on a show and hopefully slow that down, and we can put up points. Because I honestly think we're gonna ring up the scoreboard a lot this year. I just need to see what we're gonna look up front.
He is Justin Vincent. I appreciate a couple minutes this morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
8:50. Here's your money now.
All right, you're clear.
Cool. Oh, Atlanta Airport, bad juju. Last time my family was there. Man, and if I'd had like one more minute with them, I would have been able to squeeze in the line. What do Bobby Hebert and Delta Airlines have in common? Atlanta stole both of them.
Oh.
So, I guess we should do an outside in, huh?
Okay. You got any cuts for it?
Yeah, let me get back to my rundown.
Oh, I looked up Luling festivals.
Alligator.
It is alligator? Okay.
Yeah. I'm starving. They're bringing breakfasts all around.
Oh, yeah. So no cuts, Brian?
7, 8, 9. How long till we're back?
Oh, we're coming in now.
Okay.
Let's roll.
8:56 at Talk 107.3 FM, WBRP, Mornings with Brian Haldane, rolling right along. We got just a couple minutes before we get out of here. Not to worry. We're going to hand off the microphone. We're going to step aside for 2 hours, and then we're going to come back at it. We're going to talk with Ben Berthelot from Lafayette Travel. We're going to talk with Carla Tate from Tangipahoa. We're going to talk with Violet Peters from Jefferson Parish, Tara Morvant from Explore Houma. We're going to talk with Stacy Brown from Visit Shreveport Bossier. And we're going to talk with Lauren Haydell, the flirty girl herself, going to be on with us. And I got to see if we can squeeze in somewhere Kyle Edmondson, President and CEO of Visit Lake Charles. There's no way I don't come to Lake Charles and not talk Lake Charles. That's got to happen as well. We're going to get you to the outside in just a quick second. Do need to remind you about the folks over at Mathern's. They've got 3 locations in Baton Rouge. They're downtown on 3rd Street. They're on Highland Road, just west of Kenilworth. But as football season is upon us, want to remind you about the location on campus. Nicholson Gateway Shopping Center, directly across the street from Tiger Stadium. Mathern's has got you covered every day, but especially on game day. If you forgot something for your tailgate, swing on by. Like, let's say you forgot, I don't know, charcoal. Kind of an important ingredient to get your fire started, right? To get your grill started up. Swing on by Mathern's. Let's say you forgot, I don't know, barbecue sauce. Let's say you ran out of beer. Whatever, they've got you covered. And speaking of beer, on game day, they blow out the salad bar and fill it up with beer. So if you're bouncing from tailgate to tailgate, they've got you covered there as well. It's Mathern's. All right, before we get out of here, our news partners at Louisiana Radio Network caught up with former Governor Bobby Jindal, and that is going to be the focus of today's Outside In. Hit it, JP.
On Talk 107.3.
So Friday is the 20th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. Louisiana Radio Network caught up with former Governor Bobby Jindal, who he was in Congress at the time when the hurricane hit. Jindal talked with LRN about the outpouring of support from just everyday citizens. But when it came to the federal government, you really got a firsthand glimpse of how slow they are to react. Cut 7.
You saw national charities. You saw people donate money and time across the country to help us rebuild. On the other hand, sometimes it was very frustrating. It felt like we had to fight our own federal government to get through the red tape.
Now, Jindal went from Congress to the governor's seat, where he took over in 2008, remembering the battles with the federal government over recovery dollars. One example, $47.4 million. I'm sorry, that's not 47.4. That's a blip on my screen. $474 million owed to the state to replace the closed charity hospital in New Orleans. Jindal said that money was used to build a new academic medical center instead.
We rebuilt stronger healthcare systems, stronger educational systems, stronger flood protection systems, better than what had been there even before Katrina.
Would you believe that 20 years later, there's still $600 million in federal aid appropriated that is left unspent? That's Jindal says that government red tape is the reason for that. Talking about the immediate aftermath of Katrina being a dark time for the state. Talking about recovery is what he did with Louisiana Radio Network. But it's the people of Louisiana that he said shined in the wake of the storm.
So many people lost their lives. So many people lost all of their homes, all of their property, all of their businesses. What I remember most is just the strength, the resilience, the determination of our people to rebuild and to come back stronger.
We'll be doing a 20th anniversary show on Friday. All right, we got to get Moon's next.
You're clear.
All right, Facebook. I'm going to close out here and see if I can't go steal a breakfast. We'll see y'all at 11.